You can support this show at patreon.com/ASA podcasting.
Fishy Business.
The wasteland is a post-apocalyptic mess as the sole survivor wanders out about to leave the rest. Nuclear explosions sending out the gamma rays from deep within the core, frozen atomic waves. From deep within the core, frozen atomic waves.
Hello and welcome to the 517th edition of the Fallout Feed. I am Andrew, joined by a flock of my favorite Fallout folks. Tonight, we've got Jess. What's up, Jess?
Hey, Andrew. Greets, everybody.
And also Ray. What's up, Ray?
Hello, hello.
And we have also with us tonight our special returning longtime friend and favorite guest, Will. What's up, Will?
Hi, Andrew. Everyone. Lovely to be here.
Does that actually sound like a crowd to anybody? You guys remember when you do that? Cup your hands. Do the cheers of everybody. You remember that? Out of the
Okay, if we all do it together, maybe it'll
all right,
work. You ready?
one,
You want to try?
2, 3, go. No, that sounded more
Try
like
horrible.
that sounded more like this. And that was a vuvuzela. Oh, burn! So tonight on the show, we have some gameplay off the top as per usual, and then we have a little bit of game time, or 2, or 3, or 4, or 7 games prepared. Love that. When Will comes, he always comes packing. He comes hot with a game. We got. Do you bring 2, 3? You brought 3 games. Let's make it just game time all night tonight.
We don't have to do them all. I just, I like to
Fuck
be
the show.
over-prepared like that.
Fuck the show. It's game time.
You guys are doing my riddles.
In case you all forgot to play games this week and there were no iguana.
Also, a little bit of iguana bits, and then you're going to have to help me with the pronunciation. Lanyap, right? Lanyap? How do you say it?
Lanyap.
Lanyap.
Which means it's New Orleans word. It's a little something extra.
A little something extra. Lanyap.
It's like the little 13th munchkin in your donut holes.
It's got a silent G in it, so it's got to be Italian or something. Lagnape, it looks like. Something like that, yeah. But a little something extra. Cool. So that will feature returning Fallout Top 5. Super excited about that. And then a couple of shouts on our way out the door, guys. So why don't we just roll right into it and see what everybody's getting into. We haven't spoken into them in a long ass time, so we'll check in with our special guest, Will, see what he's been getting into. Will, what you been up to? How's the games been going? How's life, bud?
Life is going well, thank you, Andrew, and video gaming is too. Actually,
Nice.
it's it's all fun. I haven't been doing as wide of a variety of games as I usually get into. I guess like Fallout and all that's always my favorite. I sort of stick around there somewhere. But I think last time I talked to y'all, I was still playing. Or I was going through a Skyrim playthrough, and it's what I was considering like the world's longest Skyrim playthrough.
Yeah.
I'm still 700 hours into that one, like a single playthrough, and I'm only just to. Of course, I've done other things. Bethesda games are you can go do whatever, and then especially I have a heavily modded version of it. I have the Gates to Sovngarde mod collection on it, which that's like I forgot it's 1,500 mods in there, and they have all sorts of extra quests and things. Yeah, so it's going very slow. I'm only I was at the the Oculary or in Mizulf, where you get that Elder Scroll, or something like that. So I'm only right at that part, but I have done a lot of other things, and my character is actually at an advanced. And one of the reasons it's so slow too is because I am, of course, that it's a hard mod collection, and it's like survival, and I'm not doing any fast travel. I'm not fast walking. I'm just walking everywhere.
Picture you like race walking, speed walking across Skyrim, like in the mall.
Yeah. Yeah. And so I got a little bit, I haven't been playing it as much lately. I got a little bit stuck somewhere. I don't know if one of the mods is conflicting or something, but the map sort of stopped working when I opened up the map to see where I am. And at first I was just way super lost, just even in that Mzulf, is that how you pronounce it? All right, I don't know.
I say
Mzulf.
Mzulf, but I mean, none of us really speak Dwarven,
Yeah,
right?
I don't speak ancient Dwarvish.
It took me forever to get through there because I kept doing that thing. It's like, all right, it was one of those things where you go through a door and it puts the quest marker behind you through the door you just went through. Yeah, and it's like, okay, so you go back to the door or the opening that you came in, and then the quest marker is again back at the door I just walked right back through again.
That means there's a different entrance closer to the object.
Yeah.
I hate when they do that. It's just they want you to go into the side entrance instead of the front or something. You're like, I hate when they do that.
And I'm trying to, I'm past that little thing.
If you keep walking,
gives you the trail like fans. Yeah.
If you keep walking like halfway through it, it'll switch the object because then it'll repath it or whatever, So sometimes when it does that, I just walk as far as I can just to see if it'll jerk the thing around.
Right. Well, and I would start doing that. I would try that, and I would still somehow get lost. The quest marker went right. It would jump around, and then all of a sudden, the next thing I know is I'm not very good at remembering, the layouts of all these things.
We even have a map, and I still can't figure them out, dude.
I've been here, now I've been here, and now I don't know where I go, where I've been, and all this stuff, and I get lost.
Yeah, I want on the map for it to be interactive, so you can put a red X on the rooms you already visited, so I'd quit going back there, god damn it, because I've seen this room 12 fucking times, and I'm getting so fucking irritated, I hate it. Yeah, but, like, you go into Mzulf, Argingthams, any of those, you're just, like, walking in fucking circles,
Yeah, well, I remember, and that's why when first time I was played Fallout 3, one of the things, or 4, or whatever, one of the things I learned really quickly is getting lost and backtracking, all that stuff, is I started looting everything off of everyone, not necessarily just for the loot, but
just to say you've
if
been
I saw
there.
a naked body lying on the ground over there, I knew I was
I've been there. Yeah, I do that too.
Hansel and Gretel with bodies. Love it.
I thought you were gonna say like, I leave a piece of chest armor at every like intersection to say, I've been down this hallway or whatever. Yeah. Jeez, that's great. So go ahead. Sorry, Jess.
To be fair, the Dwemer have nothing on the DC Metro, since you mentioned Fallout 3. I mean, I don't care. Yeah. Even Labyrinthin, no. The Metro wins.
Yeah, fair point. Yeah. So, anyways,
that's actually a good idea.
All that.
You take the bodies and lay them in the direction that you're going.
Form arrows with bodies.
Because you can move them, pick them up, move them, and then stretch their arms out.
I do miss that. Yeah. In 76, you can't touch people or drag them or reposition stuff.
That's true.
I was going to ask about the transience of the games. Sort of like, do you think that Skyrim or Fallout, which one lends themselves better to? See, I don't know. I just started we'll get into my gameplay in a little while, but I just started a Fallout 4 playthrough just because Ray's been talking about it a lot. And I found myself just not establishing a home in survival mode, but just sort of like getting place to place to place and not really. Do you find that one game is more apt, like it's better at like running around randomly and just going place to place to place, or like do you establish a homestead immediately in both games? Do you need that sort of like home base? Because like I would find that in Skyrim, for some reason, if I play survival mode, I just find it easier to not have a hub to come back to and dump stuff. But Fallout, I always have to come back and dump into a hub. Whereas Skyrim, I didn't need that for some reason. I don't know what the difference is.
Yeah. And are you talking about in survival mode?
Yeah, survival mode for both, right?
Yeah. I don't know. I guess both of them are pretty much, so far it seems like I do still get a hub that I start out with, and everything goes to that one place. Like, of course, in Fallout 4, it's over there in Sanctuary. And for me, in
Storm Shelter?
Skyrim,
do you use the Storm Shelter in Sanctuary? What do you use? You just get the workshop.
You get the workshop and just start building.
See, that's cheating, Will. Real survival mode, you don't take any of the workshops. You just play.
No. Oh, well, I absolutely do.
You're
in
making
survival.
up some
I
weird
take,
random rules
because
now.
because you have to, because it takes so long to get back to Sanctuary,
Oh
especially
my
it's over, up
god,
there in the northwest corner.
that's the
And if you're
worst.
over there, like Jamaica Plains, you gotta take Jamaica Plains so you can start storing stuff there, and then eventually, it's hard to do in survival mode, but eventually once
Well,
you get your settlement lines going and stuff.
I think that's another reason why I am more, prone to not establishing a hub in survival mode is just because, oh my god, now I have to run this piece of gear all the way back to fucking Sanctuary from Jamaica Plate. Okay, this is gonna take
Yeah, but
2 weeks for me to get up there.
but every piece of gear is so valuable in
Yeah,
survival mode. Like it seems like it's more valuable, and then you have such little carry weight
yeah, you're right.
space,
So you
inventory
have to be,
space that you're.
but that makes me be more choosy at the same time. I'm like, ooh, this is great. Like,
Yeah,
but in regular mode, oh yeah, I would stash this totally. But in
yeah,
survival mode, no, I gotta let this
yeah.
valuable thing lay. You know?
Yeah, but so in Fallout 4, you can get away with it a little bit more because you have the supply lines and stuff, and you can sort of do
Right.
that. Although that's just for the junk. Of course, you can't um like if you store your
Return your
weapons and
baseball
stuff at
bat. Yeah.
one settlement, you don't have access to that weapon at another settlement, so you got to
Right.
go back. Whereas in Skyrim, I guess there's no supply lines, so my home for the very longest time was actually just the College of Winterhold, your little room
Hmm.
there in the College of Winterhold. And that's all I
Hmm.
could do. And I would just
Oh, just the apartment, not
drop
the
stuff.
mage's
Or, well, yeah,
apartment.
once I got
Yeah.
enough, I, got the wizard, the grand, whatever thing,
Will you
whatever it's called.
will you allow yourself, since you don't fast travel, will you allow yourself the convenience of a carriage ride?
I tried, yes, but okay. No, actually, no. I have been doing the carriage rides. I'm fine with the regular sort of in-game
Right.
mechanics.
Okay,
Yeah,
because that'll
and I
save you
but I
12
tried to.
hours of walking. You know.
Yeah, yeah, and I was a little bit. I don't want to say annoyed, like sad, I guess, that because I tried to put in a couple of extra mods. Like one is it's touring carriages where that's you get in
What's
the carriage and you just got to sit there and watch your carriage go through
Oh,
the
that's fun.
go,
So
go
it's
through
like making you walk, but
Skyrim
you
for
actually
like
get to watch the ride.
yeah,
At least you go get a
and then
snack or something. Oh my God, what if wolves attack in the middle of your ride? Do they let stuff attack? Is
I
a
think they
giant
I
gonna
think
come
they
up and smack you?
can. I ended up abandoning doing that because it wouldn't quite work right. Like I did have a couple of extra, like I had Lydia and a couple like multiple follower mods. So I
Hmm.
had Lydia and this other character, and I wanted them to be able to ride in the carriage with me. And there was a mod for that where they can ride with you, but then
Wow.
somehow I guess that was all conflicting, and it was all freaking it out too much. Like it's a big mod collection.
Yeah.
So I ended up just doing away with sort of both of those, and I just do the regular carriage ride now where you hop into
That's
place.
good. That's good. The home base concept, I think that's a really neat question, Andrew, because we do play differently, different playthroughs, and that's part of establishing stuff with the roundtable. Which one of these settlements is your home base? That'll often be where you store stuff, but survival mode is so different. And we've talked about how in Starfield we tend to use our ship. You know what I mean? It's like always
Mm,
mobile as opposed to like an
Yeah,
outpost or
that's
a
a
home.
great advantage
yeah,
in Starfield.
yeah,
You're a turtle. You get to take your home with you wherever you go. You got your storage on your back.
Hmm.
yeah. And actually in Skyrim, but which here's one of the big differences in how I guess I would play the two is like I said, in Fallout, it doesn't matter as much because you have the supply lines you can go around. But so after I finally was sort of done with the head mage's quarters there, and got a house, whether it's Breeze home or not. Actually, I got the one that's a little outside of Winterhold there, or not Winterhold, Whiterun there, and I got that house. And then there's another mod that I got that actually gives me a farm not too far from there that I got. So I decided to make that my home base. But then, like I'm not going back to Winterhold, the College of Winterhold that often. So I was like, all right, today is moving day. This is part of why I'm 700 hours in. So it's okay. Let's walk to Winterhold, take as much stuff as we can. Lydia, you take all this, and then let's walk down or take a care. It's like just move everything slowly over to the new house and
Yeah.
put it in its containers and sort of organize everything. And that in itself, it's, you know,
What's the most time efficient way to do that? Multiple unencumbered trips or one just massively encumbered trip?
I sort of I'm massively encumbered this way.
Yeah, all at once.
You can cheat it too. You know, it's the old Lydia picked this up, and she had no more space.
But that's still a huge investment of time itself. Just commanding her to pick up 500 items off the floor is time consuming because you got to go through her menu every time. You know.
Yeah. But yeah, so that's the thing is like I actually move bases, and then all of a sudden this is my new home base, and I don't go back to the college anymore because this one's more.
It sounds like you're not picking a centrally located thing. I always go Hangman's Alley just because it's centrally located survival mode stuff. But do you have? Is there one in Skyrim? There's not like a centrally located, really convenient place, is there?
I was sort of assuming that where I was, that little house right outside Whiterun, I sort of Whiterun. I sort of thought that was centrally.
Yeah, it is. What I'm having trouble remembering. Is that a mod one? What is the homestead right outside?
Maybe it is a mod. It might be an Eleonora mod. Maybe that's probably.
What are you referring to?
There's Tundra Homestead.
There's a house,
which is just northeast of the city.
Yeah, the one right east of Whiterun there always has a dragon above it, which is such a pain.
Yes, okay, I think that is it. It's the Tundra. That's it. So that's not a mod. That's
Hearth,
in game.
Anniversary.
Right?
It's an anniversary.
Okay.
Yeah.
What are the three Hearthfire ones called? Lakeside.
Lakeside Manor.
But there's one kind of near where you guys are just talking about, isn't there? But it's not.
Yeah.
No,
it's just further
not really.
north of there, right?
Yeah, it's just north of there. Y'all March. Something.
Yeah. I have no idea.
Helyarkin Hall.
There you go. That sounds familiar. Yeah. And then there's the third one, wherever, right?
I always do the one up. I always do the one up top by Solitude on the marsh when I do that. I know most people do Lakeview down south.
That's just because that's easiest to get to, you know. I wish we had provisioners.
You said you were playing a little bit of Skyrim, especially last time you were here, but now you've mostly moved on, right?
I didn't mean to go that deep into that. Sorry.
It was a good topic.
So finally, I got out of. I did finish it. I did get the thing and find my way through and finish. But then I came back out into the outside world, and that's where I was saying my map all of a sudden it just goes into this big sort of gray screen. So I have to figure out how to fix it. And I get a little bit discouraged because I can't. Not that I'm fast travel, but I don't even know which way to walk. And I'm like, gosh, I don't feel like dealing with this now. So I think that's sort of one of the biggest reason right now why my Skyrim has slowed down a little bit. Or actually, that's not the biggest reason. That's a reason, but the biggest reason is because I've been playing D&D a lot.
Oh, that's amazing. Good job.
Yeah, well, except I don't know if some people frown on it. I'm not playing like the live version. I've been into the PvP, but play by post on Discord.
Play by post. And I don't know what that means. Can you explain that to someone who doesn't know what that means?
It's sort of like I think Jess described it one day back, once upon a time, like people would email their moves and turns to each other and all that stuff.
Oh, yeah. It's like a slow fantasy football draft, right?
Yeah, but on Discord, like they have it figured out. They have this thing called Avray, which is really sort of robust. You can enter the map. You have these. You can create it's called Tupper, which it's a proxy. So you have a different character, your character with the image, and you can like have them say, like it looks like your character is talking on there, not just you. If you want that to be like that, and the map is on there, and you can enter in your commands, your actions. If you're going to fight, if you're going to attack something, it knows. It'll do the rolls for you, tell you whether it hits or misses, and all that. So it's very, very well thought out and through, and it's fun to play. And it's supposed to be, I thought when I was joining, sort of play at your own pace, because it's when you have time. Like I was thinking, you get put in a couple of posts before bed to, whatever, close off. And but this group that I joined, they never stop. It's like all day long. I'm feeling pressure. I'm at work and it's like, oh gosh, it's my turn. I gotta go.
Adventure never ends, Will.
And
gold waits for no man.
And it's a lot of fun though, but sometimes it's a little bit of pressure. So, and what we do is we have an out of character chat where you can talk about stuff, and then you have like a dice rolls channel, and then we have an in character chat where everything that's said, you put in there is what your character says and does, and that's official. And sometimes I don't really have time to do that properly, but every time you make a move or uh, action, you're supposed to enter. And so a lot of times I'm just like, let me put in a placeholder. I'm putting in a placeholder for now. I will come back and do a proper post later when I'm home from work or whatever, which is very, very fun. And I like doing this. But then I come home from work and I spend like, an hour or two actually just sort of writing out my post, making it nice and, thoughtful and stuff, which is
So it's like
one
an
of the fun
RP
parts
Discord as
about it.
well,
Yeah,
not
yeah.
just D&D, but RP.
It's full, like, yeah, you're role playing a character, so I didn't realize how much time I was going to take up playing a play at your own pace D&D, by texting. Because I started for Jen and Dwight and our friend Allison. I'm DMing our own D&D
Right.
game play by post for us, and with that one, they're playing exactly like I thought it would be. Like sometimes nobody posts anything for a day or two, or I put, every now and then, we do things a little, couple of posts per night and all this, and it's very slow moving and all that stuff. Like, I started both of these, the one I'm DMing and the campaign I'm in at around the same time. The one that I'm doing for Jen and them, they're all still just the same level. We're like halfway through that. That was actually just a one shot. And we're like halfway through it. Then meanwhile, in the other campaign, we've gone up like 5 levels. So,
I
in
want
that
to
same amount of time.
draw up a quick timeline here. So in approximately 6 days, on August 3rd, Baldur's Gate 3 will have been out for 2 years. Now, Baldur's Gate 3 was your and Jen and a few other friends' introduction to D&D. You hadn't really played before that. In the last 2 years, you have played Baldur's Gate 3, played the classic Baldur's Gates, started your own campaign, become a dungeon master, and now joined us play by Discord games.
Yeah, I guess it did a very good job of sucking me into that whole world.
It's a great game.
It's really fun, and we still play Baldur's Gate 3 every Friday night usually. Up with Jen and Dwight and the same one that I'm DMing for
Right.
that little thing for. We have a Baldur's Gate 3 playthrough that we once a week we get on, and we're sort of at the end stages of that game right now.
You ever played
that playthrough?
Played one within the Fallout universe? You ever done a role play D&D style Fallout game?
No, it looks really fun and intriguing. I have the book. I was so into everything. I bought the books and read into them, and I thought about actually doing a DMing that for everyone to see. So I haven't played, but it does.
Yeah.
It seems fun, and it's a different mechanic the way it sort of works. But I've thought about it, and also I've looked into. They have websites for how to convert D&D. Like into Skyrim for all the Skyrim perks.
I imagine
is
there not a website that shows you how to morph D&D rules into any pop culture universe? Could you do
with the Roll20 system?
Buffy the Vampire Slayer,
I guess
Roll20?
So, but I found this one that was specifically designed like they, with all the Skyrim, like mechanics.
Yeah.
How to use that with D&D.
They bend the rules to Skyrim.
Yeah.
Perfect.
And so, that seems like fun too. They haven't done that. How was that sort of when you guys did the Skyrim 10 AD? How was that?
It was a Skyrim story with D&D mechanics. So we played D&D characters, but the world that we were in was Skyrim.
Yeah, because I had no idea what I was doing.
But so then like your attributes that like when you
all D&D
and stuff like that, that was straight.
That was all all D&D.
Yeah, I had websites pulled up and shit to explain, because these guys all had played before and they knew all the words, what the terms meant and stuff. I'd have to oh fuck, what does that mean? What does initiative actually mean? I assume it means who goes first, but I don't really know. It could mean each word could have a whole different context within the world of Dungeons and Dragons, so I just had
Yeah,
the rules pulled up and all the definitions of all the magic and blah blah blah. It was just like I had to have a suite of 5 websites pulled up every time I played.
Yeah, I was in way over my head. I felt like when I first joined this campaign, and then because especially I felt like I was still learning D&D itself, and then I had to learn this whole Avray, that system that the Discord uses. Like I would look at these commands that you have to use to enter your actions and stuff. I'm like, oh, this is like learning a whole new language. But you sort of, if you're interested in things, you sort of pick it up quicker than you realize you can. So it wasn't long before I got
All
pretty
right, maybe
comfortable
I
with it.
misunderstood or didn't hear you quite right, or you can play D&D in Discord.
Yes.
That's cool.
It's a bot that you install into Discord called Avray, and it has all the D&D rules and all that stuff imported into it. So then you can enter a command like an action, like okay, like attack with, like there's a shortcut. It's not attack with the great sword, the hobgoblin or whatever, but it's sort of a short word format that you can do that, and then you will do that. It will roll the dice. It knows your attack modifier, your proficiency bonuses, all that stuff, the weapon you're using, if know that, and then it will apply that to your roll and then compare that against their armor class and all that stuff and see if you hit or miss, and it's all sort of automated. Works great.
Yeah, that sounds fucking great.
So, Fallout.
I took a break for a couple of years. It seemed like mostly
From
I
76. From
did.
Fallout 76, you took a bit of a
no,
break.
Right.
Yeah.
I did. And I started getting in just a couple of things that started pulling me back in, tiny little bit, I guess, and well, one of the things that's brought me in, I guess, way back is I started wanting to just learn legendary crafting. And if you remember, I was doing this thing where I had crafted a whole bunch of unstoppable munchers, and I was looking for Deathclaw hands everywhere.
Oh, right. Yeah, with the new system of scrapping and learning.
And at first I didn't know where to get Deathclaw hands, and then I think it was just Bruce, someone like in the Discord. He's like, "Hey, meat bags, drop those, the super meat bags." And then so I started going through Huntersville. I found was the best place because they had tons of meat bags all over the place. So I started going through there and ended up with a lot of meat bags, and then learning the bloodied legendary, crafting ability from that. By doing that, it took me a while though, because I remember having really bad luck. It was like hundreds of them or whatever. But that was it. I was doing that a little bit and playing a little bit, and there were certain things. What surprisingly pulled me back in, I guess more than anything, and it even went beyond this, is the fishing stuff. I don't know why. I'm not even a fishing guy in real life. I don't care for fishing.
It's the challenge in collecting. I mean, I feel like it's been about 3-4 scoreboards now, the seasons that you've been back in for the most part. Like maybe not hardcore, but I think you've done every season since the legendary crafting. So for the last year.
Yeah, and I maybe can get to this a little bit. I thought about it. You recently on one of the episodes, I think at the start of this last season, you were like, and yes, people have already completed the scoreboard, day one or or whatever. And you're like, I don't know why anyone would want to do that necessarily, because it sort of takes away your enjoyment or takes away things to do. I think I know why people would want to do that, other than outside of just saying I did it.
I mean, getting it out of the way.
Well. So and I might get into this a little bit, like I went on a legendary crafting journey here recently that I might have to tell you about. And so one of the things in doing that is I've realized is sort of I was needing a lot of script, and then when I started crafting, if you want to craft a bunch of unstoppable monsters or different things, you need legendary modules to craft those things, and you can run through them quickly. And even just creating your gear, it can take up to 60 or actually 60 legendary modules to just apply these to your weapons or armor. So you start, if you start crafting a bunch of weapons and adding them to it and your armor, you start going through a lot of legendary modules. Well, when you get to rank 150, you can start, that's one of the repeatables. You can start spending all your things on. You can buy either script or stamps if you do expeditions, and legendary modules too.
Wow.
And so one of
Okay.
the things is, you have that XP repeatable, but that only goes to 100. So by using that XP and getting all that stuff out in the first day, then you can use all your daily sort of grinds, all your daily scores and weekly scores and all that, etc., to build towards rank 150, and then you can get 150, and you can start putting all that money into getting a whole bunch of legendary modules,
Because that's
which you use to build your character.
okay. I understand that. So you're saying by grinding out the XP stuff while you can quickly, it makes it so you're not burned out when you're on that quest between 100 and 150, and then you can get to
Right. Well,
things
then you
like the
just get on,
modules or
you
whatever
do the
you want for
dailies
your
and the
repeatables.
weeklies, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and because otherwise it's just sort of the way to max it out. Like if you could continue to do the XP after level 100, it sort of wouldn't matter. But they cut it off. You can only do that up to rank 100, and
Right.
then you don't get that, doesn't roll over anymore.
And to be fair, I do understand, wanting to get it done and out of the way. I mean, like for me, there have been seasons where I've done it over the course of 3 or 4 weeks, and then I'm like, okay, good, we're done with that. We're done with the chore board, we're on scorecation, and then we can, focus on building or whatever else we're doing. But there was the whole, people who do it in 2 or 3 days that makes me question, like, why would you do that? But that makes sense.
Well, and so I was thinking about it recently, even because right now I think I'm ranked 121 on the scoreboard. And 150 is when you can start getting sort of. Well, I don't feel like it, because I was about to say, I think sort of the rumor is the first Tuesday in September, right? Is that when?
That's the rumor. That is the rumor, y'all. Yep.
Okay, yeah. See, I'm even up to date on all the stuff now.
The
I
news.
don't know why I started doing everything in 76, and I'm like, oh geez, is that enough time for me to get to 150 and do enough and get enough, modules on? So I was a little
modules and script, right?
worried about that. Yeah, from where we are now, because really the only way I can move on the scoreboard, as I said, since there's not that XP one, is you can only do events. For every 3 events you earn some, and just regular, dailies and weeklies. So I'm hoping I get to 150 and I can buy.
But it's been keeping you playing and fishing. How has that gone for you?
And the fishing, like I said, I don't know why I started it, but I did, and it was weird when I first started. I mentioned it in the Discord. I logged on. First, I didn't even try it for a couple of days because I wasn't super excited. And then I was like, I logged in. And I was like, oh, let me try this fishing thing out. Or maybe this was actually the first day, but that area, Fisherman's Rest, there was nuked. I was like, oh, well, yeah, I heard that people, like, if you fish in a nuked area, you have a better chance of fish. Yeah, it's like, okay, nice. So that makes sense. And then I log out of that server. Let me go to another server, and Fisherman's Rest was nuked. And I thought, oh gosh, I guess it's going to be like this. All right, I'm not worried about it. Who cares? And so I just logged off, and I think, well, I guess I'll try fishing again tomorrow. And I did. I logged back in the next day, and it was fine, and it wasn't nuked. And then I started fishing a little bit, and I was like, why were these people nuking Fisherman's Rest now, though? Like, no, they didn't nuke it, but it made no sense for anyone to, like, nuke Fisherman's Rest. All you have to do is you can nuke anywhere.
I was gonna say there's water all over the goddamn map, so.
Yeah, or just use one of those weather stations if you have one. But no, like, both of them, I logged in, Fisherman's Rest was nuked, and there was like 12 players all around that area fishing in there. Maybe they just didn't understand the
Will fishing
or something that
Will fishing in the nuke zone at a camp that also has a weather station provide a double benefit?
I would doubt it. I don't know. Maybe
then there's no reason to nuke for fishing.
Yeah. What happens if you have a camp and you have the snow weather station going in a nuked area? I guess the snow station supersedes the nuked area. Would it just be snow at your camp?
It's called nuclear winter.
What are you asking about, Will? Does the camp supersede with the area it's in?
Yeah, like, so if someone nuked an area that your camp was in or whatever, or you popped in,
but your camp had a weather station,
your camp, yeah.
Yes, the weather station in the camp overrules. Yeah, so you could have a camp in the middle of a nuke zone, but if it's snow, you'll get the rain benefit.
Okay. There you go.
Does one provide a larger benefit over the other, or is it the exact same?
Oh,
Percentage-wise.
my opinion. My opinion is rain is the best for most everything, rain/snow, but nuke is better if you want glowing. That's the only real difference. And
glowing,
both
okay.
of them are better than clear weather, which, makes me sad because I like fishing on a sunny day, but I can't.
I just only fish and well, I mean, I just fish wherever I fish. I don't change the weather for it or anything.
Mhm.
I was at first because I was trying to get everything because I went in deep. I don't know how this happened. Like I said, I went deep, like I got everything. I made a camp in every single zone at water, a different fishing camp for every single zone, like a little small one, so I could go to that camp right away and start fishing and change the weather and all that stuff for not just my main character, but for all 5 characters. All 5 characters had 5 camps in 5 different zones.
My God.
Then I started needing more improved bait. So I actually happen to have 2 other accounts on PlayStation. So I was doing the fishing dailies every single day with 13 characters. And
that is incredible. Like I was doing 2 or 3 characters for a while. I was working on the mods, but I mean, our friend Rando, and then you, and then Solior were the first 3 people I knew to get all the fish.
Yeah, and that was because I was doing the 13 because I would get the improved bait and send them to my main so that my main could sort of get through and know all the fish and everything like that. And then also, like I said, I made most of the camps I made for all the different characters and all that were just sort of quick mobile ones, and not mobile, but like small ones that weren't a big deal. I ended up making one that I really, really like, and this is the first camp that I've made since the beta started that has taken over as my main camp. Because I've
It's been
had
a
the
while,
bobblehead
yeah.
place, I've had the comic shop, I have the skate park, I have all these. I've always gone back to that same camp that I used from the beta. And
Right.
this fishing camp is the one that I use now all the time, regular. I almost made, this is funny, I almost made a new character called Axolotl Rose. I was going to name the camp the Jungle, put that big welcome sign, welcome to the jungle there, Axolotl Rose. But did not. I thought about fish and chips.
Axolotl Rose. I was slow on that one. That's great.
It's for all you kids out there. There was a band in the '80s. See,
they did the Terminator soundtrack. People know them.
Oh yeah, that song kind of rules actually.
Yeah, and then I almost named, so that was I thought that was just going to be fun. That camp I made, it's sort of like I think of it as like a fishing excursion. Like they take people out, like on adventures and things like that. And so that camp, and so I have the ships all over, and I thought about naming it Fish and Ships, but I didn't. I ended up like a
also
silly little
hilarious.
Name.
I love
well, I
pun
named
camps.
it the Atomic Hook, is what it is, and that's sort of my new main camp now, and it's fun.
Say it again. The Atomic what?
The Atomic Hook. Not the most original there, like the others were maybe a little funnier. But
that's great.
Put a little sun. Like I said, Solio, he's here.
Yeah, I am enjoying people's fishing camp names. There have been some really good ones out there. It's pretty funny. A lot of people love their fishing camps, but it's cool to hear that yours is taken over. I mean, I've got 4 fishing camps now. But I don't have all 7 regions.
You don't have 25 though.
No.
I did, however, like I said, I made camps in all the regions for all the characters, not for the other 8 on the other accounts. Those guys, they just got they had to.
Yeah, you can fish in other people's camps. It's okay.
One that they don't even have Fallout First anymore, but all the ones on my main camp, they do. And then because I have that camp that I'm trying to keep super fish themed, that's where I started. I get all those the advanced drag, the improved bearings, and steady handle, all the fishing mods that everyone seems to really, really want. And I was trying to put those in my vendor, just more for thematic reasons than I'm trying to make caps. And but those things, almost the minute I put them in there, they're sold.
Yep.
Everyone can buy those quickly. It
People
almost
want
doesn't
them.
matter how much I charge.
What category do those appear under? Are those mods?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think so. Yeah. And people, even for I can't imagine why people would buy someone else's axolotl, but people bought my axolotl for 5,000 caps. That I put them in there
I
just
think
to
you could charge
be in there.
significantly more than that, Will.
They display just as well. Oh man, we
Yeah.
need to get an axolotl with a beret. That would be
Well-
awesome. Could I mount a beret on an axolotl?
Axolotl beret.
Glitch that somehow, merge that somehow. I don't know, but I do have enough on display on because I did so much fishing. I have tons of I got a bunch of them that wasn't a big deal.
What's your fishing blueprint
Beautiful.
like? I know you said you built different camps. You didn't really have like a blueprint. You just plopped down. You actually built new little
I
camps
just started
depending on the
building.
area.
I went over there and just along the Ohio River where many fishing camps are, I guess, for the fishing zone. I just sort of found this spot where it looked like, I made a little walkway down to the river and made this little dock that butts up against the rocks and, put in the ships and all that stuff. And there's not really any house or cabin or anything like that. This is more of I want to say industrial, but it's definitely like an excursion type place, like real sort of gritty type of long fishermen lived type of people, that have that running.
Where on the map is the absolute smallest place you could put a fishing camp? Like the smallest body of water that you can swim in, that you can fish in? Where's the tiniest little puddle that you can swim in?
Yeah, that little pond by
Yes.
my White Springs camp.
The golf course one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can swim in it. It has mirelurks in it. And
But that's not even knee deep. You can't swim in that. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, there are some odd little puddles like that, like just north of the overgrown cranberry bog. Like I was checking, and some of those little trickles you can fish in. You've only got like a couple of feet, but if you aim just right.
I love that. Like fishing in a rice paddy.
it's surprisingly deep. So if you swim in it, I can swim in it from, I think I'm 3 or 4 levels down.
Didn't you have
under the ground?
Didn't you have an underwater entrance or something? Isn't that where you did
Exit.
your underground or your exit? Okay.
Yeah, it's an underwater exit, so you can swim out.
I want to see that camp again. Do you still have that saved on an Xbox somewhere?
No, it's on PC.
Is it? Okay.
Well, that's
Rebuild
brilliant.
it on
Well,
Xbox.
Yeah, well, and so the fishing sort of brought me back into everything, though. Next thing I know is now I'm doing stuff I didn't even do before. Like I went on expeditions. I never really did. I went to Atlantic City, and I'm doing Atlantic City, and I'm doing grind I hadn't thought about in a while. Like I started, I guess we've been collecting treasury notes forever, and I never go try to trade them in for the gold bullion or whatever.
but now you
I-
are getting all
Every
those
single
plans.
day I go over to yeah. Well, and it's unfortunate because I have thousands of treasury notes, and you can only trade in 40 a day.
Hmm.
But going over there,
Sometimes they double that.
I think we have one coming up.
They do,
on,
yeah.
I
You
still
got to
never.
hit Regs and Minerva and everybody. Like it takes a while to
Yeah.
spend all that gold, but you can get there eventually.
Yeah, and so and I've even like been going around going to the shopping train vendors to try to get the plasma or the Enclave plasma gun mods, and I guess and Gatling plasma. I don't know if y'all talked about it, but a little while back they released a bunch of new mods for the Gatling plasma, but you can't learn them by scrapping them. You have to, with the Enclave plasma gun, you have to
Get a drop.
hop train station vendors and stuff and look for the mods for it. So
Yep.
been trying to get those. I did get lucky. I looked out not too long ago, and I only have one Gatling plasma mod, but I got the flamer mod for the Enclave plasma gun,
Right.
which that's supposedly the one, and it lives up to the hype. That thing is pretty darn
It's-
powerful now.
It's great. Andrew, you used that for a while, didn't you? The Enclave Plasma Flamer, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, but I didn't have the Gatling version. It was the a
Right, no.
plasma
Well,
pistol
well,
that I
the
converted to
Gatling
a
plasma,
rifle. Yeah.
Right. No, well, I mean, I was saying they're two different guns. So it's Gatling plasma, right?
Yeah, yeah,
That's its
yeah.
own thing.
That
Then
sounds
the Enclave
badass.
plasma gun is with the filing.
But
And
you're
now that
saying
you
the
can make it
Gatlin one now
legendary.
has an Enclave Flamer mod for it.
No. See, right? I'm sorry if I spoke confusingly. I'm just saying they came out with several new mods for the Gatling plasma as well.
And
Right.
Like they have the
it's
stinging
equivalent
core
to the
receptacle.
Enclave one, but not called Enclave one. Is that right? It's,
I mean, it's just different mods. Like there's
You-
different barrels and different things. There is, like they have this. It's called a core receptacle. Like you can get different core receptacles for it. It just make it function different. It's still the Gatling plasma is considered one of the higher DPS weapons
Yeah.
in this
Yeah,
game that do make it.
heavy
But it's
energy
not
weapon,
really
yeah.
like the Enclave plasma gun. And they're different. It depends on what your build is because that one's a heavy and the Enclave one
right,
is a
right.
rifle.
All right, very well, sir. Thanks for your gameplay. Anything else you want to mention on your gameplay there, Will?
Yeah, well, I don't know. I sort of went a long time, didn't I? But
No,
I
you're
was gonna
fine.
briefly tell you the legendary journey that I went on with these crafting things. So after
yeah.
I'll try to be quick with this. After I got that unyielding and I went through all that stuff, I was like, or after I got the unstoppable monster, I'm like, okay, now next I went through this very inefficiently. I was like, because I was trying to learn specific mods that I want. It's like now I want unyielding. So I had a bunch of unyielding armor saved up across a bunch of different characters, all that stuff, and I started scrapping all those to try to learn it. Didn't learn anything. I went through, like I had very bad luck again. I went through hundreds of it and never learned it, couldn't do it. So I started, every time I would save up, every time I'd get 1,000 script, I'd go over there to Burgle. I would trade those in, try to get a bunch of things. If I hopefully learn any unyielding, anything I didn't that wasn't unyielding, I'd trade back in and go through and scrap all those. Never did it. I spent months working on trying to get unyielding in that sort of manner, and then finally, like I was this last chapter that I saved up a bunch and I had 25 more. Like this is it. If not, I've spent too much time on it. And then I'll move on. So I scrapped those 25 and nothing. I didn't get it, and I was like, oh well, I give up. I give up on the unyielding, and let me just try. I have a whole bunch of bolstering saved. Let me try to get the bolstering. I scrapped a bunch of those, and I did get the bolstering, and I was excited, and I was learning. I said, oh, okay, well, finally, we're learning stuff. And then I realized with them, I could craft some more things, like the way I did with the unstoppable monster. So yeah, I scrapped a mechanic's best friend. It took me 66 of those. I wrote it down before I learned the troubleshooters mod from that. Then I started crafting and I didn't know this, but now you can know in case you decide to do it. I scrapped a whole bunch of cold shoulders, to try to learn the quad. But cold shoulders are considered a premium gun, and you cannot learn any mods from those. So I wasted a whole bunch of time with that.
I hate when I do stuff like that.
Yeah, and then right now I'm trying to work on getting these Assaultron circuit boards so I can learn the vampires effects because you can craft the gutter with those. But the Assaultron circuit boards are a little slower to come by than I was expecting. I went over there to Watoga and I killed a bunch of the Assaultrons, and they didn't seem to drop any for me. I did think it was funny that killing them, I know they count as killing robots for the dailies. Of course that makes sense, killing robots. But there were also some dailies that kill enemies, and apparently, like even though those robots are friendly to you, if you kill them, it counts as killing an enemy. I thought that was funny. And so I mentioned now that I'm going all around, visiting all the people, all the plans. I was over there in the crater, and like they have the face breaker plan in there that I didn't realize I didn't have. I'm like, oh wow, that's cool, and I knew it had the Furious.
That's a power fist, right? A Furious power fist?
Yes, it's a power fist, yeah. And so I was like, oh, awesome. And I took that and started scrapping those, and I crafted up 61 of them. And during that time, I got a couple of strength boxes, a couple of heavy hitters, and on the very last one that I crafted of those, I learned the Furious.
Nice.
And so now all of a sudden I was feeling good. I know troubleshooters. I know the Furious. I made that plasma enclave gun a Furious because that's the new thing now, whatever.
Right.
And I've been going into now all of a sudden, like my character's strong. Like I even made some power armor. I hadn't done that in a while. And I've been working on like some solo rage against that I can't do the second part yet because that sort of takes 2 people, but I can kill that first little robot or big robot in there quickly, and he's helping me get a lot of legendary weapons and crafting those. And all of a sudden now I'm I was doing I'm doing pretty good with that. Okay, so from all that fishing I had been doing, I never ever cooked any of them or made fish bits with them. I just sort of stored them on a mule character.
What?
And yeah, well, so what happened is first I didn't know, like, well, how many does it take to get a legendary from Linda Lee, right? Like, I
Right.
didn't know.
Mhm.
I was going to test it. And I was like, one day I was like, okay, well, let me test this out. But all of a sudden that day when I went to go do that, that's when they had suspended Super Duper and all those. Remember, they removed the ability for the perk cards that doubled anything, like Green Thumb didn't work, Super Duper didn't work. All those cards didn't work. And so I didn't want to go craft a bunch of fish bits and not be able to like get my true value for them. And so I just threw them on a different character to hold off. And so finally one day I went through and I crafted all those into the fish bits, and I ended up with 2,500 fish bits all at once. And so I took those over there to Linda Lee, the 2,500 fish bits, and dropped them all in at 100 times, or at one time.
2,500. That's the fattest crab in the world.
Yeah, and so she dropped like 100 and something legendaries or 100 whatever right then, and one thing it just went boom, 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 I was surprised I didn't crash the server. I don't know. It went a little bit crazy for a long time, and I got tired of just like just the pop-ups and pop-ups. I had to eventually just exit the server and come back on so that, like, it would quit popping up the legendaries.
Quit telling me what's in my goddamn inventory.
So I sat there and I started scrapping all those, just scrapping and scrapping, like scrapping. And actually I learned a couple right away. I learned a few right away, and I thought it was good. And I got down to the last 35 or 40, and I scrapped all those, and I didn't learn one legendary from those out of those 40. And then all of a sudden I started thinking, well, I'm right back where I started, where now I feel like I'm overdue again. And that was the whole thing, is I kept thinking I was overdue. Like, I didn't, all the time I was working for that unyielding, I would not scrap a single item on any of my characters because I thought I was going to use up that luck in getting my unyielding. And it was just getting too unwieldy, and that's why I gave up. But so, and then here and now I was like, well, now I'm back in the same place. I'm overdue for unyielding again. I realized my character has like 1,000 script on it. It's like, well, maybe let's go do this one last time. And I go over there to Burgle. I end up with like 8 more unyielding armors out of her after all that exchange. I don't get anything, and I start thinking I'm about to I'm sort of dejected. I'm like,
it's never happening.
All my other characters have like 500 to 1,000 or 1,500 script on them. So I had them go buy a bunch of stuff. I ended up with another 10 unyielding armor, and then out of that 10, at the second one, I finally learned my unyielding. So months in the progress, like months after all that, I probably did it. That was a very long story to get to it.
Hundreds of hours. Incidental. That wasn't like the focus for most of it, but at least tens of hours. It was the focus. You finally learned to craft unyielding.
Oh, it was months of working at it. It was crazy, but to sort of put a damper on it, I was a little bit sad because now I'm making power armor and all that stuff, and I went to go make a full set of unyielding power armor, and we were talking about that sad trombone earlier, Andrew, right before the show. Unyielding cannot be applied to power armor.
Which, oh
True.
my god.
True.
You earned another one. So your whole month-long expenditure of time was just to build it onto power armor specifically?
That wasn't the whole reason, but I was definitely trying, working towards that. But I will still get plenty of use out of it. Like unyielding is sort of my favorite sort of armor modification. So I can craft unyielding mod boxes, to give those other characters, and they can make unyielding regular armor and all that stuff. But that was definitely a very little sad moment.
Could you at one point put unyielding on power armor and they removed that
No.
feature, or what?
It's been part of it from the beginning. There was actually some real discussion about when they started allowing legendary mods on power armor and how bloodied power armor would be far too OP. So they specifically avoided that.
How do you
I miss that.
get your
I miss
little
that memo.
tidbits, Jess? Do you just read articles about this sort of stuff, or how do you know the conversations that they had in order to, do you just read articles and that sort of stuff pops up, or like?
I mean, some of it's articles, but a lot of it's, actually being engaged on social media and all that while it's happening.
Okay.
I mean,
Right.
We've been doing this for 6.5 years now. And I don't think I've missed a single post from Fallout.
Yeah, you
so,
just got your finger on the
happens.
goddamn pulse all the time.
It's our job.
You getting paid?
No.
Ray, where's my check, bud? All right, well,
It's in the mail.
Yeah, so
keep
that's
looking, right?
that's basically everything. So that was I know it was a whole lot of work I went through into that.
No, that's
And
great.
basically all done. The only tiny little thing I will add is, I don't know if you are aware of this, Andrew, maybe Jess knows, anyone that does raids know, is there are such thing as glowing bobbleheads now.
Oh, fuck me.
yes.
What?
And my collection is up to 4. I am working on that is a goal of mine. I am trying to get them. I found 2 just out in the wild and then 2 through those mystery bobblehead boxes. But I need to add a glowing room to the bobblehead the museum. So, I'm up to 4 on the floor.
Are they just glowing versions of the 20 that we're familiar
They're the-
with?
Yes, they're the exact same. No extra buffs, nothing different like that. They're just green.
So just put up the leprechaun ones and squint your eyes a little bit. You know how they have those little green leprechaun
Yeah.
statues? Yeah. All right, sorry, never mind. Will, thank you so much for your gameplay there, sir. Let's check in with Jess and see what she's been getting into. Jess, you get a chance to play any video games this week?
I did. I actually played a lot too, but I'm gonna keep it pretty quick
good.
because we have games to get to in a little bit, and I want to make sure we have time to play some games together. But what have I been up to? Well, scoreboard, I'm at like 92 right now. I'm not grinding like Will. I have not, gotten deep into it, but I'm almost done. I got officially, as we know, I've got the mural. Once you get the poster for the season or the mural, you're done. So I'm done, but I want those bonus items. I need that. I need that sea serpent. That sea serpent is pretty damn cool.
Oh, okay. So you'll have to explain to me what the situation is here. They put a second reward at 150 now?
Well, no. So with the bonus pages are at 100 and 150. But the 100 is just like basically the best items are still at 100, but they call it a bonus page. And then the second bonus page are the repeatables at 150.
Okay.
And you have to get there. So I don't care about 150. I only care about 100
About 100,
and,
good.
getting there. So
Another why to me, at least at my camp, the sea serpent was not placeable in water on land. So,
you need to finagle it for sure.
No serpents in the water.
yeah,
Are you
I'm sure
fucking
like-
kidding me?
Oh yeah, I guess you could. You could probably sink a foundation or something. On the water.
Yeah, you have to use
Right,
foundation or some other tips. And once we get the relaxed building coming up, it'll be easier to
Oh.
put down.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is a dry land Nessie. No water allowed.
That's fucking lame. Our sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, I was just gonna get through my gameplay real
No,
quick. So
go
that's
ahead.
Fallout. And that's pretty much it. I mentioned last week that I was on a buying spree. I picked up like 8 new games. I did more this week too. I'm on an indie game kick. I got on a gamer score kick because I felt like I was being a little stagnant. I've been achievement chasing a little bit on a few games, but I've been playing a lot of long, slow games. So
Nice.
my friend Eric, Censor Eric, he is in an achievement challenge with someone else. They're
Censor
like,
Eric? That's great.
yeah, that's his name, Censor Eric. He's a friend of Mr. Church's too. He's got a pretty high, ridiculous gamer score, and he is having a month-long challenge with a friend of who can get the most gamer score in a month. They beat 100,000, both of them. Can you imagine? In 1 month?
I don't think No, I've never come close to that.
It's incredible. Anyway, I'm like, so I should play a couple quick, easy achievement games. Games only take like an hour or two to get like your 1,000 gamer score. So I played a few puzzle games because I like puzzle games anyway, and I know it's a little cheap, but sometimes you got to pad. You got to pad those challenge earnings. I figure it balances out the 200 hours to get like 800 gamer score to like a game that takes 2 hours to get 1,000.
Hey, you're talking to the guy who won the survival mode challenge by building 500 rubber mats. So,
Exactly. So played a lot of fun little puzzle games this week. So that's been a really good time. Some laser ones and some, ball. Anyway, long story short, that's been a good time. But I didn't admit last week that I was actually heavily indulging my inner cat lady.
Oh.
I'm getting, it happens to all of us. It comes in time. I know I'm a pug mama, but apparently I'm a cat lady lately. So I picked up a couple more hidden cat games. I've played them before. I kind of like them.
Hidden cat games. What's that? I thought you were going to say Little Kitty Big City or Stray, but I haven't heard of it.
No. So like the actual active ones, no, this is Where's Waldo for cats. It's just the silliest games, like hidden object games. Like look at this building. Like I think I mentioned I played a building full of cats last year. I got like a castle full of cats. I got cats in London. I got Meowsterpiece Museum where it's cats hidden in paintings. You just go, you click on the cats.
That's amazing. There's an Xbox game? Or what?
Yeah.
PC?
Yeah. I mean, they're on all systems. There are different versions of them, but it's one of those things. It's easy achievement. So, I enjoy them anyway, but so an hour or 3, it's a great game to play like while you're listening to a podcast or while you're talking to friends. Like if you're on headset talking to friends, just pull this up, or if you're watching something on the side, you can half watch a show like you do. I mean, you do that sometimes, Andrew, and you can half like search for cats at the same time.
That's what I do all the time. That's why I play Fallout Shelter, because you don't have to concentrate on it.
Yeah, so I love these games, and I have clicked on so many cats. I've clicked on as many cats in the last couple weeks as Will has like fed Linda Lee fish bits. It's been a lot. So those are like the 2 little fun things, getting some achievements in, just something different. But I did actually start playing a real game too. I mean, besides the usual, always playing our Fallouts and Starfield and stuff like that, but nothing real new to report. But a game came out last week on Game Pass called Against the Storm, and it's a cool new city builder. It's kind of a fantasy city builder where you have to build and maintain a city in this animal kingdom, and there are some heavy storms. It's actually a pretty challenging, difficult city builder, and it's just the contrast is cracking me up because I've put probably 5 or 6 hours into this. I haven't got a single achievement yet in the game. The tutorial took me 3 hours. So you got to do both, and that's why I got to balance it out sometimes with a few easier games too. But yeah, so it's been a good gaming week after a couple weeks of more shows than gaming. I got a lot of games in this week, and but just nothing to really write home about.
Oh, that's fun.
Figured I'd mention a few. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that sounds like a nice roundup of games. Thank you, Jess. Ray, did you have a chance to play video games this week, sir?
I did.
What'd you get into?
So still forging forward with my my orc pickaxe wielding robber. So doing Thieves Guild quests and stuff. So in Fallout 4, I unlocked Ballistic Weave. So I went through the railroad quests, got all that, but I still haven't applied it to anything. So I'm still no armor. But there's certain quests in the game, that really forces you into close combat, and that became quite problematic for me.
I can imagine.
So I went and went through, got Nick out of the vault, and everything was great. Right up until I got to the, Skinny Malone Darla meeting,
Mm-hmm.
where you're all stuck in this little room, and I died a lot.
Oh.
There's nowhere to hide, really. There's no, there's no way going through that, through that conversation, to make it work. So then I figured out that if you leave that room and go into the next room over, you can skip the entire dialogue. And so I just started dropping landmines and back down this corridor, and started taking people out that way, and finally managed. Even that took a few times because you just can't get hit, because all I'm in in just clothing. It gives me +2 endurance, but that's not the same as armor. And
not at all. More hit points. Who cares?
So, I was getting shredded pretty bad with that. So I've got, I'm fine when I'm out in the world, because I can headshot people, from
Right.
As far as you can see them. But yeah, with that up close stuff, it was not really good. Didn't really, it took a long time to figure out how to get through that.
It must not be, but you're not playing survival mode, are you?
No.
Okay.
No. So
do you have to fight? I mean, were you choosing to? I forgot. Can you, like, is there a way to, like, through conversation?
Can you riz your way through
where
it?
everyone lives?
Yeah, you can talk your way through, but when you have a character that has a charisma of 1,
Oh,
you don't pass a lot of speech checks. And there's no, if this was a game that, speech checks were for anything, anything else, like, games where you've got, strength checks or perception checks or intelligence checks, I'd be all over it. But since it's charisma, I mean, for me to even, get a halfway decent price on anything, I have to wear, all the charisma clothes you can find. So it's definitely a challenge. And you just can't get hit. I mean, that's the thing. No, anybody can kill you.
It's like a no-hit run.
Yeah.
Like, some people play that on purpose where they have mods to make themselves extra vulnerable.
Yeah. So we'll see how it goes. I'm heading in to face off with Kellogg, which should be
That'll be dangerous.
That
room is tight.
Yeah, speaking of tight quarters, goddamn. Are you gonna toss some ballistic weave on something before you go?
No. I'm still trying to stick this out with the 0 armor.
All right.
So, especially since you shamed me last week.
It's technically not armor, Ray.
Oh, it's totally armor.
I remember having lots of trouble with that scene there in the subway that you're talking about. Like, yeah, and doing that thing where while they're talking, you toss out, like, landmines and then grenades and stuff. Like, I remember having to do that at some point. It's a tough interaction there if you...
Yeah, it was pretty interesting to see that as soon as you walk out of that room, everybody goes, they skip the conversation and
they aggro
and start shooting. Yeah.
Yep.
So at least I didn't have to sit through that conversation, 10 times.
That'd be maddening.
Yeah.
I'm in survival mode. How do I save inside? I've got my tent for outside. Do I just have to load a different mod?
I mean,
find a bed.
Yeah, you either need the bed. I'm trying to think. I don't know which location you're talking about, but if you're at Fort Hagen, I don't know if there are any beds in Fort Hagen. There probably are somewhere, right? Yeah. Okay. You got that.
Just before you get to Kellogg.
But otherwise, use a mod like I did. And what allows you to have like 2 quick saves. Like, nothing too cheap. You can't have a bunch of saves, but like one that gives you 2 or 3 quick saves.
One
nice.
that I was using in Fallout London was, I think it was, you sleep on benches. Like, you could sleep on a bench or something. But,
That's
the hobo mod.
That's
One of my
really
faves.
funny.
Just,
Yeah. So
the
in chat,
Droogs
Clint
approach.
is recommending that I use the launcher, the Fat Boy, when I get to Kellogg, and that's
Oh,
kind
there
of
you
the
go.
direction that I'm headed. I've got a few
Mini
nukes on me.
Attaboy.
The only thing I'm worried about is the area of effect.
Gonna get yourself? Can you launch it and shut the door real quick?
Being able to get far enough away fast enough, to be able to survive it, because I can't take any, I am so squishy.
Don't bring a robot that will float in front of you.
Yeah, well.
Danger zone, for sure.
Danger zone extreme.
So, but that's been fun. But almost all of my gameplay this week has been Cyberpunk.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, back into it hardcore, it sounds like.
He needs some neon in his life.
It's fun, getting to learn the game, the changes that they've made to it. They've definitely made it a lot harder to do net running. So it's not, net runners before were, like bloodied builds. Nothing could stop them.
Mm-hmm.
But they definitely have, taken that and made it a much more challenging to, way to play the game. And it's still strong, but it's not as OP as it was.
Is that the thing where you have you make all of the telecommunication devices speak to each other or something? I remember you talking about something like that.
So everybody has, computers built into their brains.
Yeah.
And you're all networked. And so, I can use, the network to find you and put hacks on you.
Hacks. Ooh. Is that like a hex? Ooh.
So I can turn your I can turn off your eyes. I can melt your brain.
Pretty fucking sweet. Yeah. I got a guitar solo for
it. I can make your weapon stop working. So
that's really fun. It's like a wizard of the future. Yeah.
They're like hackers. They're like, what was it, Zero Cool and Crash Override from the movie Hackers? You remember that over the top kind of stuff? Like picture that with Cyberpunk. Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that movie in a couple decades, probably.
Classic villain on a skateboard.
Yeah. So, and because I've been watching a few videos and stuff, I started getting a lot of suggestions, and one of them was for a YouTuber, that is an old British guy that is playing Cyberpunk for the first time. And so I've got him on, on the side computer while I'm playing. And it's fun because, this guy is a real slow burn guy. He reads every single, shard that he comes across. And it's awesome because, through all my playthroughs, I've read all these things, but I don't, I haven't read them in a long time. And, I haven't done it where, I might read these 10 with this character, and then with another character, I'm going at it a little bit differently. So I come across different ones. And, so I've gotten to them, randomly through all the different gameplays, kind of like terminals in Fallout 4 and stuff, and books in Skyrim. You don't often just sit there and read every single book that you come across, or every single terminal that you come across, all in one gameplay. So having this guy, off to the side doing this, has been kind of fun. And then, also seeing him, try to figure out, the way things are going. It doesn't, it doesn't really do anything to my gameplay, but it's just kind of an interesting thing to have on in the background. And, he's a real good guy. He wants to, help everybody, but, that can get you in trouble in Night City. So he's been wanted by the police a few times, because of stray bullets. He's not a real accurate shooter, and so there's been a couple of times where he's missed the bad guy and hit hit a civilian, and as soon as you do that, the police are after you.
I thought they were going to be so corrupt that, like, if you do good, that they arrest you.
Yeah, no. But so that's been fun. He's an interesting guy, and probably the absolute best thing is his channel's not monetized.
No commercials.
So
yeah,
there's
nice.
no commercials. Because I can't do that while I'm playing, because the way that YouTube is now, they're very crafty in ads that you can skip and ads that you can't. And so I end up missing the skip button when I'm playing, and end up watching ads that I don't need to watch because I could have skipped them. But
you need to write a macro for that, Ray.
Yeah, really what I need to do is just just suck it up and pay for the premium service. Which is
that's what they want you to do.
I know it is.
Do you have YouTube TV? Does a premium YouTube come with YouTube TV?
Oh, I have no idea.
No, that's an add-on. I use YouTube Premium though; it's worth it. If you watch much YouTube at all, highly recommend it. Much better without the ads.
Yeah, I would do that too.
So, the guy's name is Clivicle. So his name is Clive.
Clive, but
it's
like a clavicle. That's hilarious. Good job.
But just without the E. So, but it's it's a it's a nice little diversion, and just I've got it. They vary in length, 1 to 2 hours. There's a few times where he's all of a sudden realized that he's been recording for a couple hours. He's like, oh my God. He just stopped. But he just gets so into it. It's fun to watch. It's always interesting to see somebody, experiencing something for the first time. You can't do that anymore after you've played, so many times. And so it's fun to have that, that first time experience happening, while you're playing.
When you know what they're about to walk into.
Yeah. Yeah. So,
well, that's awesome, Ray.
But yeah, so that's been fun. But yeah, a lot of Cyberpunk.
I know we did, some Let's Play audio podcasts. Have you ever streamed a whole playthrough, Ray, on YouTube, and like done a Let's Play of Fallout 4 or something?
No, I'm terrible at that stuff because I don't talk.
You get too enthralled by the game.
When I'm playing, I'm just so focused on the game. There's been a few times where I've tried streaming stuff, and I realized that I've been going for a good 10 or 15 minutes without saying a word.
What about not streaming, but playing and recording the video, and then assembling the video and narrating over the top of it? You ever tried to do an instructional video for any of the weird stuff you've done?
Yeah, I did a couple of those. I don't remember which game it was. Might have been No Man's Sky. But way too much work.
Yeah, it sounds like, and that Jess does that sort of thing sometimes. So
Yeah.
it's,
And
it's a lot of work.
Even listening to Jess talk about all the stuff that she's doing with that stuff is too much work for me.
Quit taxing him with your stories, Jess. Jeez.
We just want to play sometimes. Totally.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm in it. I'm in it for the play. So,
no, but that sounds like a great side companion.
More power to the people that can do it. I mean, I count on their content to entertain me.
When you listen to something while you're playing, or watch it, or have it on the side, do you generally have it be the same game that you're currently playing, or will you play Fallout 4 and have Cyberpunk on the playthrough?
I did that today. Really the biggest thing is that it's just, games that have a lot of exposition in them where, characters are talking to you, you always have to pause. And it seems like in Fallout 4 when I was playing, actually it was Skyrim when I was playing today and listening to him, I had to pause him a lot because I had to stop and listen to people talk to me.
In Skyrim, I see.
In Skyrim.
I thought you meant you had house guests.
No. Nobody ever talks to me.
No. People, I shut them out.
Yeah. So that's been my gameplay this week.
Wonderful. Thank you, sir. My gameplay will be pretty quick. Ray been playing Fallout 4, inspired me to fire up Fallout 4. Haven't played in a very good long while. The survival mode now. I guess I'm a survival mode person now. And a
lot of times once you start, you never go back.
Yeah, it's now given that when I start a new gameplay, it's going to be in survival. So I just have to figure out which save mod I'm going to use this time. This time I just decided to use the tent, the survival tent that you have to craft at the chemistry bench. And it's been so long and I haven't actually crafted one yet. The first, expenditure of time is going to be getting my first 12 leather together. So I'm like in the very, very early in the game, I'm thinking, all right, where am I going to get leather? And let's see, you can either go over the hill, fight the raiders, get their armor. I assume they're wearing leather armor. Most of them are in the early game, and scrap their armor. Probably die 12 times trying to do that. Let's see. There's some mole rats. Do mole rats give skin? I think there's mole rat skin in this game, so let's go kill a few mole rats maybe, but they only give one leather per skin, whereas you kill something else. A deer. I got a deer. What are they called? Radstag, and those are like 6 leather or 4 leather or something. So I was like,
four, yeah.
So that's the way to go, is the larger animals. So where are all the rats? Okay, there's those few underneath those the power pot. So I'm like hunting. I'm going on a deer hunting expedition early in the game, just like because that was my first thing I wanted to do, was get a save tent prepared so I could, have a save where I didn't have to keep running back to, Red Rocket or Sanctuary to sleep. And I haven't opened up Red Rocket. I picked up dog meat. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to do anything to open up Red Rocket. You can just walk up to it and open it up, right? You don't have to do it. Okay. So I haven't opened it up yet, but I did pick up dog meat, so I didn't know if I already unlocked or whatever. But I was using the storm shelter in Sanctuary and trying not to open up the thing, but then after I slept a few times I realized, that's a dirty mattress. It's not it won't actually help you sleep. You can only sleep 3 hours on it. Sleeping 3 hours 3 consecutive times doesn't equal a 9-hour sleep.
It compounds the problem.
It compounds the issue, doesn't solve anything. So fuck, I can't really do that. So I decided I had to open up at least the Sanctuary one and build a bed. I caved on that. I'm trying to be badass, but I'm caving on all my rules already. But seriously, the first getting out of the vault, I died. I'm like, I don't know if I'd ever died in the vault before. I just sort of was underestimating the difficulty that survival mode is. It's pretty enthralling. It's pretty great. I really like it. So yeah, just searching for leather is my first thing. I think I'm up to 10 now. So I'm gonna build that survival tent. That's how that's all I've done.
Yeah.
It's seriously really early in the game, and I'm not gonna play any quests. I'm not gonna do anything. I'm just gonna kind of stumble into stuff, see what happens.
Yeah, there's a couple of chests too. In that under the around the
pylons.
The power pylons. One of them is right by the water tower for Concord.
Mm-hmm. Up there by
behind Red
Abernathy
Rocket.
Farm. Yep.
But yeah, before you get there.
Yep.
So there's a chest sitting around that usually has a few pieces of leather armor in it.
Sweet.
And then down at the lower pylon, there's in the rocks just above it is a suitcase that's got some stuff in it. Usually at least one piece of leather armor.
So we were talking about animal skins. Deer give 4, mole rat give 1. How about pieces of leather armor, arm pieces versus?
I think they're 1 apiece.
1 apiece. Chest piece also a 1er.
Chest is a couple.
Couple. Okay.
Yeah.
Just trying to think of the most efficient way.
Also cloth. But then when you go to that lower power pole, there's usually 2 or 3, I think 3 rad stags there.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But then there's also a dead raider with leather armor.
Sweet.
So you can pick that up there too.
All right, I think that'll set me well over 12 and might even put me onto having 2 tents. And I'm assuming you can't pick them up. Is that correct? These tents, if I remember right, they're permanent. You put them down.
Can you?
I don't remember if you have to rebuild them each time or if you can pick it up and relocate it. I forget.
Yeah, I haven't used that one.
Oh, anyway, that's what I'm doing. Figuring out, just sort of playing like really no goals whatsoever with the just sort of started a new survival mode. And you were just Ray, you were talking about that guy like actually reading everything, and like I kind of did that, and I hadn't done that in a very long time. Like stop and read absolutely every terminal entry in those terminals on your way out. Because I actually just went to that first terminal, and I'm like, oh wait a second, where's my holo disc? I wanted my Red Menace holotape. But that's not until the break room one that's over like a few doors down or whatever. Right. And so I was just like, oh wait, look, there's a bunch of entries, and like usually I just grab the tape and go. But I sat and I read all like the operators like entries and stuff, and I was like, wow, I haven't read this in a long time. I should go back and do I don't know if we probably have at some point, but like a terminal velocity about just like the intro to the game.
From Vault 111.
Yeah, from Vault 111. Just all those entries are actually a pretty good little story. It's good foundation. So anyway, like, did the Victor trick of trying to have your character saved there before you leave the vault so you don't have to play through that intro again and again. But I actually kind of had fun playing through that intro. I did the thing where you test to see how far out of the bounds you can run before they'll blast you. You go run past the tanks. But when you're in the way back time before the game actually starts, I just like to run around to see where the boundary line is to where they'll like launch that nuke and kill you. So had fun doing that. I just hadn't played the very beginning of the game in a long time, it seemed. So I just was sort of like, getting my elbows in there and sort of messing around. Wait, when does Codsworth become followed? Do you have to actually go to Concord and come back?
Yeah.
What do you have to do in Concord? Just break the seal of the town and then come back, or do you actually have to do something?
I don't know. I haven't tried. I think I've only ever had Codsworth as a follower once.
Mm-hmm. Because you were forced to, no doubt.
No. No, I don't think it was a roundtable. I think it was before that.
Yeah. But just since seeing the show, I find Codsworth even more amusing now. I don't know, just like seeing the face of it. I know that's not the guy who did the voice in the game, but it's just seeing an actor play the Codsworth does the voice really well, and then they like have that robot associated in the show, and just now he's in the game. Like, it gives me even more appreciation for some reason. And I was sitting there just like talking to him, like just pounding the button to see all of his automated responses and stuff. His Codsworth has some really neat, like, I can't mow the lawn, man. Like, you know, like he has lots of really fun, just inane sayings he just walks around talking about all the time. So anyway, sorry. Long story short, having a really good time stumbling through the very, very early stages of Fallout 4. Shelter, I started a new shelter. So I'm running 3 now, which I haven't done in a long time. Usually I just concentrate on 1, but now when I go down to sit down and play some shelter, I'm actually like activating all 3 shelters at once because, like I mentioned last week, I've now started to in earnest try to get the 20 legendary dwellers thing for my one shelter that already has the 3 of them. So I'm gonna try. Like I said last week, I didn't realize that it had to be all in one. So that's why this is activated. So I'm solely with the adventures and stuff, just getting lunch boxes because I was reading online that's the most efficient way to get these legendary dwellers is to get them through lunch boxes. So all the quests, I've activated the overseers thing to have 3 quest teams to be able to go out at once, and then I'm only playing the quests. Mainly I'm concentrating on the ones that'll reward you with lunch boxes. And after a couple of weeks, still haven't gotten any. So keep hacking away. Will knows that game, right? Will, you just keep going and going and going and going and
going and going.
So this is gonna be. I bet you this is gonna be a couple of years before. That's gonna be the challenge.
But you have a goal.
That's gonna be the challenge. I'm such like a Ray guy where get ideas that I want to try new shelters. I keep deleting all the shelters. Like the real challenge is going to be, can I keep a shelter around for more than a couple of years or whatever that's going to take to get all 20 of those guys? I bet you I'll get bored and have to delete it because I come up with some stupid idea I want to try out. But yep, so I'm playing all 3 shelters still, and a little bit of Fallout 4. So that's pretty exciting when I'm rolling into there. But yeah, that wraps up my gameplay. So you know what, guys? I think it's time to roll into a little bit of our games for this evening.
Before we do that,
yeah, what's up?
So I looked on the wiki, and if you get close enough to the Museum of Freedom to hear the gunfire, then you can go back and get Codsworth.
Oh, okay. So you only have to you don't even need to discover. What's it called?
You'll discover Concord
before you hear the gunfire. Before that probably makes the gunfire go is walking into that cell or whatever, right?
Yeah, getting in close enough to the museum. So not just into Concord, but close enough to the museum to trigger the shooting.
I just thought of something. How many fucking leather does a Deathclaw skin have? It's got to have 20 or something, right?
No, I don't know. I don't know that I've ever scrapped. You don't get one.
What?
You get meat. You get meat and hands.
Give me a skin, bro. That's so disappointing. And Ray, that's amazing. You know that you don't get a skin off a Deathclaw.
I was just thinking. I killed a couple. One of the annoying things about dog meat. In the Hunt for Kellogg quest is that he engages every enemy. He will not sneak around anybody.
You're talking about the one outside where you're on the train tracks and running around?
Yeah. And so we got to a point and there were 2 on the road. There were 2 Deathclaw fighting. And so I was like, okay, let's go over here this way. They won't see us and we can get to where we need to go. Nope. He goes running right over to them. And even though they're fighting each other, he's like biting one of the on the tail.
Charge!
And so
Good boy.
almost killed me. But
I also forgot. Fuck. Dog meat just got downed. I see the little thing up in the corner. Dog meat has now gone back to red. Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh no. Without fast travel, that sucks. What is the form of carriages in Fallout 4 that I'm not seeing? Where's my vertibird or something? Come on.
no.
That'd be great. Is there a mod for that? Is there a BOS vertibird fast travel station?
I think it's part of the game. But you've got to get so far into it that.
But I don't want to have to go through their quest and do all that shit. I just want the access.
Yeah, because you've got to get the grenades that you can.
Oh,
the
right.
smoke grenades that they'll come and pick you up.
Yeah. Oh, and you got those ones for that cannon in your camp too. No, I call it a camp. Your settlements. Oh, so many fun things. I'm gonna have fun playing Fallout 4. This will be great. All right, you guys. Let's roll into our games.
What time is it? Game time!
What do we got tonight, Jess?
We've got a couple games up. I've been actually rewriting some of these riddles I wrote out for my Wowie Riddle
Oh,
Edition
no.
while you and Ray were doing your gameplay. I'm like, oh, that's dumb. I'm just we're just working up some riddles, but we got so many games. Do you want to start with mine or you want to start with one of Will's?
Whatever you guys prefer. Will, did you bring multiples, you said? So let's sandwich, let's play 3 games at least. Sandwich the first 2. So Will, let's start with one of yours.
One
We'll play
Will,
Jess.
one
Yeah.
me, next Will?
Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, let's do
Whatever
that.
y'all want. But like I said, I just brought extra just because for no reason. Okay. But so here we go. Jess just mentioned that she has a game called Wowie, her riddle edition, right?
Wowie.
Which one was it? Even, right? That's
Yeah,
what it was?
which one was
Yeah.
it anyway? Or even, yeah.
Yeah. So we have a game here. Where even was it? Or Jess for short. No, never mind. So we're not playing Wee Wee. I was just going to see if I could make you say that.
What do you... Oh, gee. I was trying to fit one of your games into that. No, but what did you bring?
This game is actually called Fishy Business. It is sort of a where even was it? But so grab your rods and let's reel in some knowledge. It's time for some fishy business. I'm going to name a fish, and your job is to tell me which region of Appalachia it calls home. It's a cranberry bog, a forest, whatever. Let's see who has the sharpest brain and bait. Okay. So that's it. So, they have the regional fish and the fishing. And I'll just say, I'm going to ask you what kind of fish it is and just see if you can tell me which region in 76 it's from. Normally, I usually like to do the buzz in with your name a lot, but I feel like, Ray, you are at a distinct disadvantage at this one.
Very distinct.
Yeah, and probably Jess is at an advantage. I don't know how much fishing Andrew has done, so we'll just
Almost
go in order.
none.
Maybe the names will sort of like help you out some of these, or we'll call it in order. Andrew, pick a number between 1 and 3.
2 then.
2. Okay, you go second. Jess, pick a number 1 or 3.
One, I guess I'll go first. Whatever.
Okay, yeah, there we go. And okay, Ray, you go 3.
2.
Yeah, I picked 2 too.
Okay, sorry, that was silly. So, okay, Jess, real Takana's ma begot.
What?
I'm sorry, what language
That's
was
the
that?
fish name. This is okay.
Oh, that's the legendary fish that you get in the maw, but I don't get the game yet.
So no, you have to just name the region of the game
Oh,
that you find the fish.
the mire.
The mire, yes. Okay, Andrew. Ashen ambusher.
Let's hope. How about forest?
Nope. If that ashen was the clue on that one, ashen would have been in the ash.
Ash heap.
Yeah. Um, Ray, static sawgill.
Ray doesn't know the fish.
A static sawgill. Let's.
There's a clue in the title. Like, even if you, from our most recent roundtable, you might have clued.
Huh. I can't get any.
It would have
Region
been
that
in
has
the
static?
Skyline. Yeah, it would have been in the Skyline Valley down there with all their little electricity and stuff going on.
Oh, okay.
You know, I never
Static
got that
static
until just now.
electricity.
I vaguely remember that area.
There
was a lot of storms.
Yeah. Jess Muddy Sawgill.
Okay. God, now I'm going to embarrass myself because I think I know them all, but I don't know Muddy for sure. We'll say Muddy is in the ash heap too. It's not, is
It
it?
is in the mire.
Ah,
Oh, yeah, think of like the swamps and all that kind of stuff.
Muddy,
Yep.
mucky, muck swamps.
Yeah. Okay.
these are harder than I
Andrew?
realized.
Yes,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
up. Yes.
Yeah, they are. We might cut this short if it starts going bad. Andrew, bluefin zapper.
The fish gone bad. Bluefin zapper. Zap, blue. Trying to think if there's anything to do with any of the regions, specifically blue. No. Fin, zapper, zap. Let's see. No, I can't associate it with anything off the top of my head.
Zip zap.
Zap, zip, 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 zap. See, toxic fountain, no. Cranberry bong, no. No, this is just taking way too long. I don't know.
Okay.
Toxic
no,
Valley.
Well, what?
I just shout out Toxic Valley. I don't know.
Oh no, it's Skyline Valley. Again, I thought you were going to get this because we just talked about the electricity on Ray's one with the over there. But
I guess I
did
didn't
they have all that,
I-
like all those electrical storms and stuff like that down there?
My brain just isn't associating that place with its own region. I guess it is its own separate location. I just think of that as part of the ash
Yeah, it
heap. I guess
doesn't
it's
seem-
not
right,
part of
right,
the ash
yeah.
heap, is it?
Yeah, it's the whole 7th region now. Yep.
Yep.
Okay, Ray, the Kanawha. I don't know how Kanawha piranha.
Do it,
Uh,
Ray.
Toxic Valley.
Nope, forest.
What was that first one you said?
Sorry, we're not doing well.
Kanawha?
Okay. Kanawha.
Kanawha.
Is that how you pronounce it?
Yeah,
You know?
Kanawha, like
Kanawha?
the the lookout thing.
Yep. Right near Kanawha
They have
Lookout.
they have
Exactly.
another, they do have a thing there. And so, Jeff, blood whisker.
Okay. Oh, gosh. I don't know. Maybe the forest?
That is the forest. Yeah, it's
Nice.
that big
Okay.
catfish
I
looking
was gonna
one.
say,
that you
yeah, it's
get,
gonna be
kind of like a giant
catfish, right?
catfish.
Blood whisker. That's
And
awesome.
maybe if y'all start getting a couple of these, maybe if we miss a bunch more in a row, we'll stop. I wasn't sure how much fishing I knew it was going to be rough for Ray. I didn't know how much fishing like you had done, Andrew. Okay, who are we on? Who just went?
Andrew's
Yes.
next.
Yeah, I'm up.
Andrew's next. So, okay, noxious sawgill.
Noxious? That's gotta be toxic, right? Come on.
That is a toxic valley, yeah.
Good job.
And that's sort of what I was hoping. That's why I decided to do it. Just ask y'all individually so that the names and some of these could like give it away, so you could think about it a little bit. Although this one maybe doesn't help. Ray, armored spinefish.
You can Ray the hard ones.
I've shuffled these up. It's just
All right.
you want to
so
hear? How about take this one instead? Wait. I'm audibling. Ray, timber sawgill.
let's go forest on that one.
The Woodsy
Forest,
McWoods
yeah.
fish.
All right, Jess. Do you want armored spinefish, or do you want me to like skip to the next?
No, I mean, I'll
don't
get it
want that
wrong.
one. Give that one to
I'm
fucking
fine.
Jess.
Fine.
There
Yeah.
have been 3 that I definitely don't know so far, and that's one of them. Armored. Let's just go cranberry bog because I don't know.
It is the Savage Divide.
Figures.
Andrew, Bog lurker.
It's got to be cranberry bog, right? Come on.
That is a cranberry bog, yes.
So the spinefish thing, were they thinking that the arch of the mountains is like a spine? Like,
Yeah, that would make
Okay.
sense, right? That would definitely make
Maybe.
sense.
Right. I would say I'm just trying to make an
I also wonder if it's
associated.
because
Yeah.
it says Savage Divide. I wonder if they think it's Savage. I don't know. Okay. Who was that? That was Andrew? Ray, Leatherback.
I think
Any
Ray's
idea?
up. Ooh, turtles.
I know Jess knows this one. She was stuck on it for a while, I think. Weren't you, Jess? Like,
I was for a bit, yeah. Getting leatherback, yeah.
Savage Divide.
that is a Savage Divide.
100%.
I was trying to think of where the fish camp was.
Okay. We're back to Jess. Do you know where the purple radpole lives?
Oh, a purple radpole. That's got to be it's either the bog or the mire. Bog or the mire, I think. I'm going to go... No, I don't know. Cranberry bog.
The Toxic Valley.
Oh, I had no idea. No, never got one, I guess.
Yeah. Andrew, do you have any
Yes,
idea where the
sir.
Death Jaw lives?
Death jaw. Let's see. This sounds pretty scary. Death jaw. Let's see. Yeah, I've no. I'm not getting a clue from. How about the
Yeah, no.
mire? How about the mire?
Yeah, that one doesn't give a good clue in his name. Some of them do, some of them don't. That one's in the ash heap.
Ash heap. Sorry.
So we will just do. How about that? We are going to do 3 more, and then I'll cut the rest. Okay. So that was actually so we're doing even round. That was Andrew. So we'll do 4 more. Okay. So Ray, Sooty, Sawgill.
I'll go trash heap on that one.
Trash heap.
Yes, that is the trash heap. Jess, I know this one's going to be difficult. All right. No, Wavy Willard.
Oh my God.
Wait,
No,
there's
that's Toxic Valley. Thank
there's
you
a
for
fish
giving me
called
a
a
good
Wavy
one.
Willard?
Yeah, hey, it's a random. That's a local legend fish. Yeah, that's the one I've caught the most of so far. The local.
Is it an
legend.
alligator gar?
It's actually. It sort of looks just like the leatherback. All they did. One of the small disappointments with the local legend fish, is
Yeah.
they're basically slight reskins of other fish that are in the game. Most of the fish are diverse,
And they're not
but
glowing, right? These are just legendary.
no, there are some glowing versions of some of these fish. I didn't put any of those in.
Yeah, like the organ grinder's really big, but the other 2 aren't even that large.
Does the organ grinder have a monkey?
Maybe. Okay, so Andrew, Storm Swimmer.
That's got to be down south. That new place, the Stormy
Yep, the
place,
Skyline
the
Valley,
Zip
there
Zap
we go.
place. There you go, Skyline Zip Zap.
And Ray, can you finish it off with the potbelly kelp?
Potbelly. Where are all the slaughterhouses?
Yeah, that one doesn't give a good clue either.
Let's go the very underrepresented Savage Divide.
Nope. It's the potbelly, or no, it's the Toxic Valley.
It's that new region called the Potbelly.
I didn't, I was reading my.
Those were hard. I did not realize how few of the fish I knew their region.
That's
I actually
extremely
think Ray
difficult.
won. All that joking, but I don't know. Ray, you might have gotten more than the rest of us.
You actually all have 3. You all tie.
Oh, there we go.
I guess I didn't realize that they were so highly specified by region by their name.
Yep, all the regions
Well,
have special ones.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
rare region fish.
Yeah.
Yeah, and just like I'll call out the few here that we didn't do. Like there's a gulpy in the mire. Y'all would have probably got that one.
Yep.
Blisterfish. That one maybe. Y'all
That's
see that?
cranberry bog. I've got one of
Cranberry
those.
bog. Yeah, alpine sawgill,
Oh, that's definitely the mountain.
Forest.
Savage Divide.
Savage Divide. Spike snapper is in the mire.
Don't know. Okay.
Yeah, that's in the mire. Then we have the bog sawgill. That's in the cranberry bogs. And then the organ grinder, which is in the forest.
Yep.
At least those are the ones that I wrote. And that was Fishy Business.
Organ grinders in the forest. Because monkeys
Well,
climb
they have
trees.
they have those caves. What are they called? Just the organ caves or organ?
Yeah, the organ
something
caves for the cultists.
Organ
Yep.
caves, and those are in the forest. There's where I don't know. I forgot what update they came up with. You may not, if you haven't played a lot, you may have discovered that area.
Yeah, it was the update where they redid the early area of the forest, where we actually got all the factions represented inside the forest, just outside Vault 76 now. And
goodness.
yeah, we went there. It's a cool spot. The organ cave is very cool.
I guess I probably have been there. I'll need to make a point of revisiting that. All right, awesome. Thank you, Will. That's a fun game. Let's bounce back over to
challenging
second edition of
What time is it?
Game Time. Who? Jess, what do we got?
Okay, y'all. Wowie, riddle version. So it's funny. I wrote some riddles. I didn't like them, so I was rewriting them while we were doing gameplay a little bit too. So that's why I was a little bit distracted once or twice. But here we go. Let's see if you guys can get this. So for riddle version, what I'm going to do on this version of Wowie is I'm going to give you a riddle, and you've got to guess the location. And then for a second point, you've got to tell me which of the Fallout games it's from. So it's still Wowie. Which one is it anyway? But we got riddles to find the location in the first place. So it's like a two-step thingy. Will, I knew you were going to be here. I'm like, if I'm going to do at least 2 or 3 parts to a quiz, it's got to be when you're here.
She saw Will was here, so she even did rewrites.
Yep, exactly. I'm like, I got to up my game. Literally. But so, we're going to go in order. Will, Ray, and Andrew going down. Okay, this is top to bottom. I think I'm going to start like this. Buzz in might be... Actually, should I do buzz in for this? You know what? Let's buzz in. You guys want to buzz in? Let's buzz in.
Buzz.
Okay? Okay, let's go. First one. Riddle me this. In pre-war charm and robotic grace, I host the responders in a posh embrace.
Do we
Must
have
be
to guess the location?
Yes, you're going to guess the location. It's a location. Pre-war charm, robotic grace, host the responders in a posh embrace.
Okay, Ray.
Ray?
White Springs, Fallout 76.
Oh god.
Perfect. 2 points for Ray.
So
Giving you an easy one to
once he
start.
says it. It's an easy one.
Well, the problem is we're covering like all the games, but hey, don't worry. There's no Fallout 2 or Tactics in here. It's mostly 3 through 76, but I might have some OG Fallout 2. We'll see. Okay. Riddle number 2. Riddle me this. Sunbeams bounce off solar plates. Mr. Fantastic thinks it's great.
Ray.
Ray?
Helios 1 in Fallout New Vegas.
Ding, ding. Perfect. Good job. Okay. Riddle number 3. Cloning settlers and dealing strife. Who gives these faces synthetic life?
Andrew?
Wait, can you say it again? Okay.
Andrew?
The Institute
Okay,
Fallout 4?
Institute Fallout 4 for Andrew.
Oh.
Yes.
Dang, I don't know why I was going to guess Covenant. I was thinking, because you settlers
Yeah.
made me think of.
So I will tell you right now, these are mostly easy locations. I
Yeah,
specifically did not do some of the more obscure ones I often do for WoWie. These are obvious ones. Are big locations,
Yeah,
major
okay.
locations. Okay. A dusty town with dock in tow, where your journey starts and
Andrew?
choices grow.
Andrew.
Andrew?
Fuck, I just blanked. Good
Good.
Spring? Good Springs?
Good Spring.
And
Which game?
New Vegas.
Perfect. Good Springs and
Is
New
it Good
Vegas
Spring
is correct.
plurals? Good Springs?
It's plural.
Good
Yeah,
Springs.
It's funny because White Spring isn't plural. It's the White Spring, even though people always write White Springs.
Mhm.
And Good Springs is plural. So, yeah.
Okay.
Trivia there. Okay. Next up. Kids in caverns rule the scene. No
Andrew.
mungos allowed after age 18.
Andrew. Little Lamplight, 3.
Perfect. Ring a ding.
Is it
Okay,
Little
you
Lamplight?
guys
Is
are
that what
doing
it's
great.
called? Little Lamplight?
Yeah, Little Lamplight.
Okay.
Yep. You got it. You guys are doing awesome. Okay. Here we go. The literal power of the land holds back water from warring hands. Ah, I didn't write
Andrew.
that one. Andrew?
The Hoover Dam in Vegas.
You're kicking ass. Yes, you guys got it. Awesome. Okay. Next up, the Vault Dweller's story all starts here.
Andrew.
Only Shady Sands is anywhere near.
Andrew, Vault. I don't know the number. Fuck. No. Sorry, I blanked on the number. I have no idea what the number is.
Ray or Will?
No? Damn it.
Nope. The Vault Dweller's story all starts here. Only Shady Sands is anywhere near. At least in the game, maybe not the TV show.
Yeah, I don't remember the vault number either. I know we
Is it
go to
111?
vault 15.
Okay,
Is it
y'all. It's
three?
Vault 13.
13.
Ring-a-ding,
Fuck.
13.
Damn it. I couldn't
Okay.
remember.
Oh, because the lucky can't isn't there like the Canteen 13? Is that what you call it too?
This one may be a little harder. I know doing all games might be rough. This might make it a little harder, but
No,
you've
it's
gotten all
fine,
but one
it's
so far, so you're doing good. A ghostly peninsula left to rot. Take a ferry to this foggy spot.
Well, that's got to be Far Harbor, right? No. Damn. No.
Peninsula, not island.
Oh, Peninsula.
Ghostly
Oh.
peninsula left to rot. Take a boat
Oh,
ride to
okay.
this foggy spot. I think it's a ferry. Trying to remember.
Yeah, I remember now, but I blew my spot.
I don't know. It's Will Spectacle Island? How do you get there? I don't know.
No.
That was-
Okay, point lookout. Fallout
that's
3.
not a
Yeah, I was gonna say
peninsula
that
anyways. Yeah, that's
DLC
an
one
island.
that we took the boat to. I couldn't remember what it was
Yeah.
called though.
Yeah, meanwhile, I said an island, not a peninsula.
It's all good. It's all good. Okay.
I'm
Next
just
up.
trying to-
Spectacle Peninsula. Come on.
Okay. I'm proud of this one. You guys got to get this one. A luxury high-rise where without morals, the rich and the ghouls
Ow.
have their quarrels.
Right.
Will, or did you?
No, go ahead. Will.
Ray. Oh, did you get it, Will?
Who was
Oh,
first? I think
don't know who said first.
Will and Andrew were kind of tied.
But I said oh, and Will said Will, so Will gets the buzz
Okay,
in.
Will, you get the first
Oh.
guess.
Tenpenny Tower? Fallout 3?
Correct. Fallout 3. Good job. Okay, you guys are doing awesome. Okay, we are halfway through, y'all. Halfway through. A place where raiders forge their chains. You can't eat the baby, whatever they say. Okay, maybe that wasn't the best one.
Andrew.
Andrew.
The forged are at that fucking furnace place right above Finch
Nope.
Farm. Damn,
It's
okay.
less obscure than that. It's a bigger
Never mind.
location.
Sorry.
I'll give you guys a hint. DLC. Think DLC. A place where raiders forge their chains. You can't eat the baby, whatever they say. Also, the baby's the cure.
Yeah. It's the pit.
Yay, the pit. And Fallout 3?
Oh,
Okay.
God. Okay.
I'm just sorry. You obviously you know that one, right? So I put that because there's been such a, I mean, once again, discourse, but there are people who think you can, if you have the cannibal perk, you can eat the baby. And you can't eat the baby. There have been arguments online and on Reddit that you can eat the baby in Fallout 3 if you have the cannibal perk. Anyway, so that's where that one came from. Okay, next up. In a downtown town near super mutants. Oh, no, I don't like that one. Okay, I didn't make that one rhyme. Forget it. Moving on. Okay, this one might be a little harder. Politics play in post-war style. Vote for Dave and stay a while.
Will,
Will?
was it Town of Dave in Fallout 3? Is that what it's called?
That was called. I
Close.
forget.
Close
Oh
enough.
no, yeah.
The Republic.
What is it?
Republic of
The
Dave,
Republic of
right?
Dave.
Yeah.
Oh, shoot. Okay.
Public of Dave.
He
Good
gets
job,
at
y'all.
least
Okay.
half for that. Come on.
Oh, well, yeah. I don't get
A frozen vault filled with loss. Family and friends dead beneath the frost.
Andrew, is that 111 and 4?
111 and 4. Good job. You guys are doing awesome. Right now, we're at Andrew with 10 points, Ray with 6, and Will with 4. Okay, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 left, you guys. Let's go. Modern towers. Modern towers of the future, standing tall. a mayor for the day to rule them all.
Will
Oh,
Will?
Watoga in 76.
Watoga. 76. Good job.
mayor for a day. Yeah.
Yeah, I figured that would be what gives it away. A diamond shines in Fenway's core. A stadium turned to a market store.
Andrew. It's got to be, Diamond City and Fallout 4.
Beautiful. Fallout 4 rhymes too. I love it. Okay.
Yeah.
A roulette palace in the desert dust. Mr. House reigns, precise, but just.
Oh. What's this place
The
called?
Strip
What-
in New Vegas.
Strip in New
the
Vegas.
Strip. I didn't know if
Absolutely.
you're asking for a specific casino or not.
Right. I don't know if
I
it's Lucky
was-
13.
Lucky.
Yeah, I was-
yeah.
Well, I couldn't remember.
Lucky 38.
Lucky 38.
Yeah,
Lucky
I was going to
38.
take
Yeah, I
Lucky
couldn't- I
38
couldn't
or the
remember-
Strip.
I couldn't
You guys
remember
got
the
it.
name of his fucking casino.
Ray knows both, so I figured that was fine.
Yep.
Okay. Tech
Lucky
Tech
13.
and myths beneath the dome. Scribes and knights now call it home.
Say it again. Sorry. Tech.
Tech. How about this? Tech and soldiers beneath the dome. Scribes and knights now call it home.
Dome.
Ray.
Ray?
Hidden Valley and
No.
The bunker.
Ah.
The dome part. Beneath the dome.
Another game. Can't remember the name.
Okay. Atlas Observatory in Fallout
Oh,
76.
the fucking dome. There you go. I was trying to
It's a
think of
dome.
dome. It is. You're right. I just couldn't think of how was dome applied here. Of course. Yeah.
I
All
couldn't
right.
remember
That
the
makes
name,
sense.
and I go there, and that's I use it for a fast travel spot
Fast
all the time.
travel
Like if
all
I'm
the time.
going, like from across the map, like that's a good place, like to like.
Yeah,
have a
'cause it's free
shortcut
fast
before you
travel
go
now,
somewhere. Like
right?
in northeast, like if you go northeast to the Mire somewhere, like that's a cutoff point to make a shorter fast travel from. I go.
Okay. And for the last one to maybe tie it up or maybe win, Reclamation Day began with cheer. Open the door to the wasteland near.
Will
Will?
Vault 76.
Yep. I just said Reclamation Day. I mean, I
Reclamation
figured
Day.
I would give it away. Okay, y'all. Good game.
I was trying to think of the-
Is it too obvious?
No,
Andrew
I
is the
thought, I
winner
thought
with
she was talking about
12.
Foundation.
Yeah, no, that would have been good too, but no,
Yeah,
it's
sorry.
Reclamation Day in the vault. Andrew, you won with 12 points. Ray and Will both tied with 8. Well played.
Boom. Good
Yay.
game. I like that.
A little
Good
complicated,
one.
but
Yeah,
it was
no, good
fun.
riddle.
It
That's
was
fun.
fun. I got rid of a couple. Like I was brainstorming them. I'm like, oh, that's good, that's not good. And then I like some of them were too hard, and I realized that. I'm like, these are too hard. So I tried to add keywords, but then I had to make them
know
rhyme
that.
again.
I've been through that. I know what you're talking
Rewrite, go. Okay, guys. I know we've played 2 games in the past, but a triple dip? I don't know if we've ever done a triple dip.
What time is it? Game time!
let's do it.
What are we doing, Will?
about. Sure, let's do this one. Why not? Let's go with bobblehead banter. This, by the way, I will
Ooh.
say, almost turned into the longest game I have ever put time into trying to play. Because I noticed, you remember a while back we did that game where it was the little quirky sentences of the perks in Fallout 4.
Right.
Like it
Yeah, that
would
was
say,
a good
"Oh, here's our
time.
tree," that was rooted. Well, one day I was playing 76 and I noticed that when you collect the bobblehead, they have a silly little saying like that. It's like, oh, cool. So I went to go open up the bobbleheads and I couldn't find the little, it doesn't say it when you open up the bobbleheads in your inventory. Only
Oh,
when
it says it when
find
you
Like, oh.
find them?
Oh.
Good
Yeah,
lord.
so then I went on the wiki and I didn't see it on the wiki or anywhere. I was like, why is this not anywhere? So I started just collecting bobbleheads and trying to find them naturally so I could write all these down
All right. So
individually.
please submit it to the wiki so you don't have to do this sort of shit again.
Well, I apparently love wasting time. So I went through and this was taking me a while to find all the bobbleheads like that.
Yeah,
Like I
no
have the bobblehead
shit.
runs. I know the paths, but they got to be spawn in. Then it has to be one you didn't know. Like I didn't already write down. And it's like I have to be missing something. So I go back to the wiki again, And it was on there. It's just they have it all like it's in a smaller font right below it before all
Oh.
the descriptions are all big, and it was there all the time. It was just sort of hidden and discreet. And I was like,
Yeah.
oh,
I
look,
couldn't
there it is.
imagine they wouldn't
So
have
anyways,
that, right? Yeah.
yeah, of course they had that. So anyways, it is time for bobblehead banter. That's right. Vault-Tech's finest motivational speaker is at it again. I'll read one of those whimsical, quirky quotes that pop up when you find a bobblehead, and your job is to buzz in with your name and match it to the correct bobblehead type. So let's see whose head is in the game and who's just been bobbling about. Okay. Just buzz in with your name if you get these. Okay. And actually, I'm not going to lie. Some of these are harder than you would think, too. So,
Are these limited to the 76 bobbleheads, or what
I
game
just
are
did
we playing?
76. I just did 76.
Okay.
I didn't look up to see if they were different in 4 when you find them. I don't know if they.
Well, there's
or
just
3,
a
if they do
couple
that.
of different ones, So I was just curious
Yeah.
which
Oh,
game
right.
you're pulling from.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's just so okay. So the first one here is never forget to walk away with more than you bought.
With
Jess.
more than you
Yes.
bought.
Barter.
It is barter. Or,
Nice.
no, it is not. That is there is not a barter
Oh, there isn't a barter bobblehead. Oh.
in 76.
Oh.
Here we go.
What's it
Just trying to look at
called
my
then?
scorecard.
What's it called?
Andrew, is it charisma then? No.
It is not charisma.
Huh.
Ray, your chance to steal it here. If you want.
Big steal, Ray. You can do it. Walk
Caps.
I mean,
away.
y'all are on the caps. It's caps. Yes.
Oh, I forgot there was a Caps bobblehead. Dang,
Interesting
okay.
note about the Caps bobblehead, by the way, because these bobbleheads were supposedly made by Vault-Tec pre-war and all that stuff. That it's the fact that the bobblehead actually is holding a cap, even though they wouldn't have used money back then.
That's
Even
funny.
though they
And
wouldn't have used caps, they would have used regular. Yeah.
just another lore breaking aspect of 76, y'all. Completely unplayable.
I can't
Yeah.
play the
Pressures.
game now.
Yeah.
It's over. Fuck it.
Floor crushers.
Let's burn it. Have an effigy pile.
Okay, next one. When words fail, there's always fists.
Yes. Unarmed.
Yes. Unarmed.
Good. Good one.
Okay. Because it's easier to have courage from a safe distance away.
Ray. Small guns.
Small guns.
Nice.
Okay.
Interesting. Okay.
It's important to do business up close and personal.
Jess. Melee.
Yes. Melee. Very good. Ding ding. Okay. The best way to solve a problem is to make it go away. This one's a little hard.
Oh, I think I know. But I want to get some else to. Jess.
Yes.
Sneak.
No.
Dang it.
Make it go away.
Ray. Explosives.
It's explosive.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Good one.
Okay. Arrive at peaceful resolutions by using superior firepower.
Andrew, is that one big guns?
No.
That's what I would have guessed too.
It
No.
seems like it should be big guns. It's not.
Jess.
The only other one. Yeah, go ahead.
Energy weapons.
It is energy weapons.
Yeah, it's the only
You know,
one
I
we
wonder-
had.
Yeah, I wonder. I think I forgot to shuffle these. No, but
Oh.
'cause there's a whole bunch
Wait,
of
were they
weapons.
alphabetical? Did we not catch
Well,
on yet?
no, they were because in the wiki they're listed by. They have the 3 different types. They have utility weapons and I forgot, like the special or whatever. So like the weapons were all together. So it's really interesting. I was doing all the weapon bobblehead together. So we'll mix the rest of these. Try to shuffle quickly.
So we're brainstorming in chat, and Lee mentioned that Vault-Tec might have hypothesized about bottle caps, and I
yeah.
realized it could have been a cross promotion with Nuka-Cola. It had nothing to do with caps at the time, just like holding the Nuka-Cola bottle Cap logo.
Oh,
Yeah.
there we go. Yeah, why not?
They
Sure.
they prearranged it because they knew they were going to drop the bomb themselves, and then they knew that they
Yeah.
needed the caps to be the currency, so they formed a pre-war agreement with the Nuka-Cola company, and it's all a fucking conspiracy.
Solved. Okay. All right. Always be too. I'm sorry. Let me start over. Always be prepared to explain the hows and whys.
Ray, intelligence.
No.
Hows and whys.
Andrew.
Jess, repair?
No.
I was
Those are
gonna
good guesses, but no.
I was going to say Andrew Science, but I don't know if there's a
It is
science
science.
bobblehead. Oh, there
It
is a science.
Nope. Yep,
okay.
you got it. It is science. Okay. Why go down with the ship when you can try to fix it?
Jess, repair.
Just repair. Yeah.
one.
Second time's the charm.
I was focusing on the go down the ship part. I was like, is there a captain's bobblehead?
It's essential to give your arguments impact. This isn't
Jess,
an obvious one either.
Big
But
guns?
Jess, no.
Okay.
Again, not a bad guess. But
Are they talking about the impact part, so the weapons part, or the conversation?
Arguments part.
Arguments
We
part.
haven't done any
right?
special
Is that-
bobbleheads yet.
okay,
I don't know if
is
you
that-
have those in here or not.
I shuffled these up. They are in here.
So it could be. Shoot, I was writing them down. I forgot to.
I can tell you which ones we've done.
Let's go. I think we're out. What is it?
Okay. I was almost going to give you a hint. This one is a special. It's strength.
Okay, say it again.
Like I said, some of these aren't obvious. It's essential to give your arguments impact.
Impact.
And
So
that's
the
strength.
impact was the okay.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, okay. The safest distance between 2 points is a shadowy line.
Ray, sneak.
Yeah, that one's got to be
Right,
sneak,
got it.
right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Good job.
Okay. The smart man knows a bandage only hides his wounds.
Jess, medicine.
Medicine, yes.
Good one.
The smartest individuals realize there's always more to learn.
Ray, intelligence.
Intelligence, very good.
Yeah.
Never be afraid to dodge the sensitive issues.
Andrew,
Jess, agility.
yeah.
Oh, Andrew.
go
Yep.
ahead. That's what I was going to guess, but yeah, go ahead.
Give it to us both.
No. Take it.
Okay, yeah, sure.
She
why not?
beat me. No, she beat me
I'm
to it.
pouncing on them all. I'm pouncing to
No,
it.
she beat me to
Yeah,
it.
well,
That's the
it's
point.
contest.
It's a
That's how you're
chime
supposed to
in.
buzz in. Yeah. Okay. Always strive for the unobtainable.
Oh, the Avatar bobblehead. Unobtainium.
Unobtainable. This is funky. Strive. Jess, leader. No?
No.
That's a good guess, though.
Darn it.
You looked so sure too when it came to your
I
mind.
was because
like,
we don't
you-
have a leadership bobble. We don't have a leader bobblehead yet, and I'm like, oh, that's got to be in there. It's got to be in there. Strive.
Unobtainable.
Yeah, that's what I'm concentrating on here. So unobtainable.
Sort of.
Is it luck?
I'll go with
maybe?
luck.
Yeah, I was gonna say luck.
What'd you say?
maybe.
No.
Luck. No.
No, that's what I concentrated on too. Nope. I don't know.
Oh, I know.
Unobtainable? Say it, Jess.
Yeah.
Endurance.
Solior has it.
Endurance.
Maybe.
Solior has it in chat there. Lockpick.
Oh,
Oh, right. Locked out. Unobtainable. Okay, that makes sense.
oh, it's not unobtainable unless you
duh.
lockpick it.
Duh.
Right. That's what I said. Debatable. Okay. Nothing says pizzazz like a winning smile.
Jess, charisma. Let's
Yes.
rhythm up.
Charisma.
Dentistry bobblehead.
Only through observation will you perceive weakness.
Is it that obvious?
Yep,
Would
Jess,
they-
perception.
Would they put the word perception in the clue?
Yeah, I guess Andrew clearly knew.
Andrew
that.
got it. Let's give it to Andrew.
Give her the
Yeah.
point.
I was
He's just not competitive enough.
I was just kind of baffled.
Yeah. Well, they weren't trying to make these riddles exactly.
It sounded like a trick almost. Like, oh, you're gonna rush into this one. You're gonna think it's perception, but it's really
Yeah. Really, the only reason they wrote these into the game was for Will's game.
For Will's game, I know. They were like, okay,
Yeah.
in 15 years, there's going to be a guy with a show.
Yeah.
Seriously, there's one writer at the studio right now with like a single tear who did this like 8 years ago, being like, oh my God, they remembered.
Beautiful. And how much do they change from game to game? Do they all have each game? Do they all have a little phrase when they collect them?
I don't know. I didn't look that up, but I thought about.
I haven't collected any yet in my Fallout 4 run. If I run across one, I'll be sure to notice.
The best way to win an argument is to be the loudest.
Loudest.
Jess, Nerd Rage. I know there isn't a Nerd Rage probably.
Perfect.
Let's go with the leader on that one.
Oh, leader. No. That makes sense.
Oh.
No, and that's not right? Huh.
No.
What's the shoutiest bobblehead?
The Karen bobblehead? Shout. Will's like, no, don't focus on shout.
I mean, loud.
Loud.
Not necessarily shout.
Oh, I think Lee got it in chat, so I'm not going to cheat.
Well, quit cheating, you guys.
I didn't mean to.
Lee did get it.
I looked over. Lee said big guns. He's right.
Yes. Lee. Oh, there we go.
Well, good job, Lee. He wins.
Yeah. All right, we got 3 left here. Okay. This one,
loudest.
I wouldn't get this one. I don't think. Always be ready to take one for the team.
One for the team.
Yeah, I think they maybe missed the mark on this one myself with the.
That one's not.
So I'll go back to leader.
It is not leader. That's a better guess. I think it's better than the one it is.
Jess, barter?
Jess. No.
We know because we
no
didn't have it. There is no barter. Why do I keep thinking there's barter? Right. Okay. Is it endurance?
Endurance? Yeah.
It's endurance.
It is. Crazy.
That's a weird one, but there we go.
It's very strange.
Yeah. I don't know who gets the point for that.
Okay. Nobody.
Points don't matter.
There's only one way to give 110%.
Jess, leader.
Yeah. Not leader.
I'm going to keep trying to
hammering this leader. It's got to be one of them.
Well, there's only one card left after this.
Did we ever get luck?
We did not. Ray got luck.
Oh, perfect. So we got lucky, Ray.
110%. Okay, right.
And leader. Okay. Lead by example.
Yes.
There we go.
Explosives.
So I don't know. The scoring on that got a little funny. What I have written down is with Jess and Ray tied at 6, but who knows who really won.
That was a good time. I like that one.
That's a good one.
Much better than Fishes. I'm still ashamed how bad it was at Fishes.
The fishing one was hard.
Yeah, Lee says we all won. Exactly. Everybody playing along. That was a good one. Great game.
Enjoy. All right, Jess, you think we have time for one more, or what's the time frame here?
No, I think we're done. I think 3 games are good. We can keep the last one for another time.
All right, so let's roll right into our iguana bits.
Jessica, to the office, please. Jessica, to the office. Your iguana bits are ready. Please come pick them up.
See, I'm just, Will has to work in the morning too, so we gotta, let's gobble these bits, put them in a to-go bag. You guys ready?
That's fine.
So, I was just talking last week about how we were coming up near the end of the actual season calendar, how it only went for June and July, and they didn't give us August, didn't give us September. Well, they still don't have August on the website or September, but they did actually publish on Twitter just 2 days ago. Surprise, August. So yeah, they kind of, I think they realized that they were almost out of time to give us the season schedule.
Do they take a summer break like, everyone in New York goes to the Hamptons for a fucking month in July?
They're planning for QuakeCon, they're planning for updates, they got all that. But what's telling is that they only gave us August. So we got August all by itself. So that means probably after QuakeCon and big reveal, we're probably going to get September, October, November, December all at once because they usually give us 4 months these days. It used to be 3, but the calendars are almost always 4 months now. So I bet we're going to get the next big one soon. Anyway, looking ahead at the calendar, what's coming up? Well, surprise, surprise, you guys, it's Fashnacht. Yes, we have Fashnacht.
I didn't know it was fucking April.
You know, it cracks me up because Fashnacht is the first example of where they actually kind of hurt an event a little bit by running it too often. You know, because everybody loved Fashnacht. Then when we got it, you know, twice in a year, people were like, oh no, but now we get them all multiple times a year. And so, yeah, July 29th, coming this Tuesday, march with the robots. Get those rare masks.
Damn, yeah,
you know?
That's this week.
I guess that's the thing. They do wear it out a little bit, but at least you have a chance, you know, I know it is another chance for one of those glowing masks or something if you didn't get it, because they are hard to get. You know?
Right, and for newer players, like people who haven't done Fashnacht 20 times at this point, you know, if it's only like a third or fourth, I love Fashnacht. It's the kind of thing you get excited about and plan for. So, surprise Fashnacht, a little odd, but it'll be fun. So yeah, we have Fashnacht.
But they modded out my fucking Extendo horsey face.
Yeah, so there was an update. Talking about updates, they did do an update with some fixes on Fallout 76, and
fixes,
so the whole ghoul mask
quotes,
stretch.
Please, fixes. Come on.
Air quotes. Yeah, so all the cool ghoul masks that were stretching, you know, the alien and the methacorn and a few others, they're back to normal.
I love methacorn. Oh, so appropriate.
that unicorn is into some stuff. Definitely a methacorn. He's seen better days.
Something.
Especially the glowing one, my goodness, his snout. Anyway, so yeah, for the calendar, what's coming up? We got Fashnacht coming up, and then in the middle of the month, they have a mini season listed. So the mini seasons are now what they're calling those short events, you know, like the Heart Wrencher event and stuff, where you get 2 weeks. Usually, you have an item you need to equip from the item shop and do some challenges based on it.
Yep.
So they don't list the theme here. We don't know what it's going to be, but there will be a mini season again in the middle of August, and then. Nothing else major on the chart, just, you know, something every weekend, the usual extra script, mutated events, blah, blah, blah. But we will see. So, yeah, Fashnacht.
Woohoo!
Pretty weird.
What do you want to bet that event in August is going to have something to do with fishing? What do you think?
Oh, it's got to be.
99% chance?
It's got to be fishing.
Well, it is. Didn't they give the name? Wasn't it something? I think they gave a name, and it was something to do with fishing. Like I forgot.
Oh, they might have. It wasn't on the actual chart, but they might have. I don't remember
that it was some kind of like fishing thing. Yeah.
Yep, probably will be. That makes the most sense. So, like Andrew hinted at, we did get a Fallout 76 update. It's basically just fixes. Some daily op fixes, some ghoul fixes, some air quote ruin our mask fixes. Stuff like that. Some stuff for you legendary crafters with the mod list text and the legendary text for 4-star legendaries were overlapping and hard to read, and, you know, that kind of stuff. Oh, also the snorkel mask. I don't know if anyone has. Have any of you guys got the snorkel yet?
What? No.
Yeah, there's a snorkel reward. And so you could put it on, but it wouldn't help with your breathing, which, I mean, honestly makes sense. A snorkel is just a tube. But if you wore it in the ash heap, it wouldn't help with breathing, so they made it so, you know, you can wear it in the ash heap now. and you won't get lung damage.
That's not how that works.
That's not how any of it works,
That's
no.
Not a
but,
filter.
you know, it's a game. So, yeah, anyway, it's just all fixes. Nothing that exciting. And sadly, we did lose the mask thing. What else? Oh, yeah. They did fix the thing also where the rainy weather in Skyline Valley wouldn't count towards catching a fish in the rain challenge, so they fixed that. They fixed the way your fish display works, so if you have your fish mounted and they were a little bit tucked in against the wall, they fixed that. Just little things. Nothing that exciting yet.
I have the little mini season here, Jess. It is fishing related. It's Marshall Mallow, a mini season.
I love Marshall Mallow.
You get like a little fishing hat. They're going to give you a little fishing hat that you wear to go out and do whatever little fishing chores or events and stuff. So,
that's brilliant. I did not know that.
Actually,
thank you, Will.
Yeah, I guess they didn't release that. It was something that was data mined and put out. So
makes sense. Yeah, I didn't have a chance to check the data miners Discord this week. That's awesome. Okay, well, look forward to that, Marshall Mallow. Love that little guy. Okay, Starfield update, sorta. So, yeah, no, I wrote Starfield update, sorta, but there really wasn't. It just fixes. Starfield fixes. They're still teasing us with, nothing major yet, no news, but hopefully, this is the month that we learn more about what's coming up next in Fallout 76 and what's coming up next in Starfield in August. We'll see. Let's see. McFarlane Toys. So they actually released a couple of cool models from McFarlane Toys. They did they did like T60 Power Armor. They did a statue for the NCR Ranger, just some really cool collectible statues. Bethesda Gear had some statues before, but these ones are a little nicer. So, if you like the McFarlane Toys stuff, look these up. They just got announced, and I think they're out soon. They might be available for pre-order. I don't think they're out yet. McFarlane just announced them 2 days ago. Let's see. And besides that, San Diego Comic-Con's going on right now, and I've seen some pretty great Vault cosplay. Our friend Kaiju Kittens was sharing some in our Discord. That's awesome. And GCX is, of course, happening. I've talked about the last 2 weeks, and that's the big, a St. Jude charity convention, but with a Fallout for Hope representation and a big Fallout experience. So check for pics from that, and I'll be sharing some in Discord as I see them too. So just a lot of excitement and a lot to look forward to. But in the meantime, Fashnacht.
Fashnacht.
That's all I got. Quick bits.
Ooh, the Fallout show bundle 6-inch 4-pack figures is on super sale. Look at that.
Are you looking at the
McFarlane Toy Store?
Oh, the McFarlane Toy. More of them? Yeah, I only saw a couple of these. Now I want to go look myself for more.
You were talking about the Bethesda site. Yeah, I went directly to the McFarlane Toy Store. They got some cool Fallout stuff. Check it out, peeps.
Always looking for more. Not enough collectibles. Oh, yeah. I think I'd mentioned on the show last week, or at least I told you guys, I got my giant Mothman plushie. It's huge. It's so big.
Is that the Build-A-Bear one?
Yeah, the Build-A-Bear one. It came in. I ordered it, and I got it earlier this week, and he is...
The whole point of Build-A-Bear is to fucking go to the store and fluff up the little fluff machine and fill up your little teddy and do the whole assembly process.
I had to put his wings on him myself. I put his wings on him and tied him, strapped him on and all that. But yeah, he came pre-stuffed. I could have stuffed him myself, but it just didn't seem right.
Wait,
it didn't seem right.
Can you buy it disassembled off their website?
Yeah, you can. You can absolutely
hilarious.
Order most things. I want to stuff it myself.
That's really funny.
So, good times. But yeah, no, Will, did you bring a top 5? Is that what I'm seeing here?
I do have one. It's our lanyap here. Y'all know I was doing these for a while. It was just a fun little thing that it was always intended just to be temporary while I was like in a mood, I guess you could say. Yeah, and then I sort of ran out of steam with it. I had during that time I had made sort of a bunch of lists, and there were some that I decided were too dumb or I didn't like whatever. I had some a top 5 rejected names for the tunnel snakes. That was one. And then I had top 5 reasons to join Fallout First and top 5 reasons to leave Fallout First. Spoiler on that. Number 5 on both of those lists had something to do with 13 different variants of NCR Ranger armor. Here's
you need to write those. Come on.
So those are mostly done. I just decided they weren't good. And here's one that I also decided was just too corny, so I never submitted it and gave in. But it was done. I figured since it had been a while since I was on, I might as well bring this little top 5 list in. It would be the top 5 Brotherhood of Steel pickup lines.
Brotherhood of Steel pickup. Okay, give me context. This is a Brotherhood of Steel knight hitting on some lass in a bar. He's gonna approach her and toss out some of these pickup lines. This the correct scenario?
Yes.
Okay.
That is the correct scenario, and again, I apologize for it. Okay, number 5. Somebody call a scribe because you've written yourself into my heart.
Oh, I like it.
Number 4. This is actually my favorite one. Okay. Number 4. You must be a technical document because you're all I think about. Okay. Number Number 3. Is your name Fusion? Because you just powered up my life.
Oh my gosh, I've done some Twitter lists of like wasteland pickup lines. These are great.
Okay. Number 2. Everyone must be wearing stealth boys because I can't see anybody but you.
Oh.
Oh,
And the number 1 Brotherhood of Steel pickup line. There's room in this power armor for 2.
And there was much rejoicing.
oh, that's hilarious. I just saw. Speaking of GCX, Paladin Dance. Peter Jessup, the voice actor, is down at the GCX convention, and he actually dressed up and did a Power Armor cosplay for the first time. Someone brought some Power Armor, and he got into it. Pretty awesome. Okay, here's one. Are you made of pre-war tech, girl? Because I want to preserve you for eternity.
Hands off, bro.
That's all we got.
That's it.
All right. So we do have a couple of shouts on our way out the door tonight. One thing I did hear about was, and I'm not sure, Jess, you can probably fill me in on all of this, but the father of Elder Scrolls passed.
Yeah.
Tell me about that.
Julian LeFay. So for those who might not know, Julian LeFay recently died. I originally put in the Iguana bits, and I'm like, I don't know if we have time, and this is Elder Scrolls later. But Julian LeFay, he worked at Bethesda from like the late 80s all the way up through just before Morrowind came out, but he still worked on Morrowind as a contractor, and he's often called the father of the Elder Scrolls because he was integral for designing Arena and Daggerfall originally. He was just 59. He passed away of complications of cancer this past week. And, he hadn't worked in games much recently, but he was actually helping out on a game coming out called The Wayward Realms, which should be out. It doesn't have a release date yet, but, so he was going to come back into the games business after 20 years. And, sadly died of cancer this week. Julian LeFay.
He will be missed. All right. So we do have a couple of shouts on our way out the door.
Yeah, another good shout. Here we go. This is a shout out to my friend Kate Aces, one of the overseers over at the Independent Fallout Wiki. Love Kate. Kate, this weekend, will probably hit 1 million edits. She is just a handful of wiki edits away to hit her 1 millionth edit on the wiki.
Congratulations.
That's a lot. Jeez,
she's prolific. She does the Wiki University. She teaches people how to use the wiki and stuff, but she is probably their most prolific editor. Yeah, pretty big milestone.
Yeah, it's astonishing.
Speaking of milestones, Fallout London just hit its 1-year anniversary of release yesterday. So happy 1-year anniversary, Fallout London. Can't wait for that DLC, pork pie and pork chop hats or whatever it's called.
Can't wait for the Xbox access.
Yeah, rabbit and pork. That's it. Rabbit and pork. No, it's not coming to Xbox. We wish it was. But Fallout London hitting 1 year. I can't believe it's been that long already. And I mean, Ray, I think you played more of it than anybody.
Well, I don't know about anybody, but yeah, I played a lot.
You got your year's worth. And here's just a funny little shout out. Shout out to Yumi-chan. Yumi-chan, you just joined the Discord in the middle of the show tonight. Popped into the live listening channel and listened live with us, chatted a little bit, and I hope you enjoyed it. Welcome to the Discord, Yumi-chan. Nice to meet you.
Awesome.
Hi, Yumi-chan.
And that is it.
Hey, Ray, she was just making sort of a joke comment that no one's played more Fallout London than you. You think there's people who've played more, obviously, right? But yeah. I honestly
I mean, at the very least, the devs.
I honestly had the thought the other day when I was playing Shelter. I was like, I wonder if I've played the most Fallout Shelter. Like, I wonder if there's someone else on, at least on Xbox. You know what I mean? And then I was thinking about this too. I was like, Ray started this. like 2 years ago. 2 or 3 years ago, he played on his iPad, and he started this.
I played for like 10 minutes, and then
Just mentioned it casually.
It started a whole thing. All right. Is there anything else that anybody would like to bring up on the show this evening?
Ray is such a trendsetter. I mean, he started playing Survival. We all started playing Survival. He started playing Fallout Shelter for 10 minutes. We all started playing Fallout Shelter.
He got me into survival mode and Fallout
Yep.
4. He tells me how to play.
Yep. You know, as Ray goes, so goes the rest of us.
Absolutely. He has too many good ideas. All right, you guys. So you can find Will over there in our, he's in our Facebook group, he's in the Discord, he likes to float all around all of our little places, but usually it's at Will Wonka. So Will, thanks so much for hopping on this evening, sir.
Thank you very much again for having me.
Absolutely. Always a pleasure, sir, and thank you for bringing the games. It's very good. You can find Jess and all of her projects at Sleep is 4T. Jess, thank you so much.
Have a great weekend, all.
Ray is at RayLB, and the BBC ISSS account is for his Butcher, Baker, Candlemaker in Space for all of your No Man's Sky needs. Ray, thanks so much.
Good times.
Ray and Jess generally hang out in our Discord pretty frequently. I like to hang out in the Facebook group, and you can find the show at the Fallout Feed. I'd like to thank everyone for downloading this edition of the Fallout Feed. We will see you in the wasteland.
You can support this show.
That's the wrong one.
Thank you for downloading this episode of the Fallout Feed Roundtable. If you are interested in doing a play-along character with us, the show can be contacted by emailing falloutroundtable@gmail.com. For the Roundtable schedule, our Amazon link, and all other show information, please head on over to asapodcasting.com, where you will find the Fallout Feed, a Skyrimatic podcast, our YouTube channel, the Chatterbox, as well as other content. Once again, thank you for downloading, and we'll see you in the wasteland.
Fishy Business. Grab your rod, purple rad pole.
Eat the baby. I want to stuff it myself.
Lanya in a mood. I sort of ran out of steam.